Good. You joining us?
Yes, sir. I don't know why I keep crashing. I've crashed. So I'm just seeing if it's something that I'm running in the background or what the hell's going on, but I should be.
Okay. Well, I'm trying a new plane for the first time for this, so it should be interesting on a live stream.
It's cool. Or does it have three wheels with one at the back?
No, it has three wheels with one at the front, but it's a 182T.
Ooh, yes. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I decided I needed something with a little more power for tomorrow, so I said, well, we're going to test this one on our Bahamas trip.
You will not be sorry. You will not be sorry.
I am not so far. So far, I really like it.
That extra grunt is quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I have literally not even taxied it yet, though, so.
Ooh, brand new. You
Oh,
peeled the
yeah.
stickers off
Brand
the
new.
window.
And I'm trying to figure out how the autopilot works, because it's not the same.
Well, it's always good to get a few crashes or scratches on it.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to set the altitude on the autopilot. Interesting. Oh, there it is. The knob's in a different place. How do I set things like vertical speed, though? Interesting. Can't find a VS.
All right, I'm loading in. Let's see if I'll crash immediately again. Let's see.
Let's hope you don't.
If I do, I'm just going to disable the added scenery stuff, which will be sad, but I'm just going to see if that caused some issue for me. I don't know why it would,
Okay.
but yeah.
I just added the Bahamas stuff, and I haven't tested it yet, but the Kennedy Space Center stuff I've used all along, so.
Yes, I also did the Bahamas stuff just because it was there, but I obviously haven't used it. I just loaded it. That may
Yeah.
cause issues, but let's see.
Well, at least one of the airports today is in that pack, so it does give us something.
Nice.
Vertical speed. There's got to be a way to set VS on this thing. Or even set altitude lock. There's nothing. It looks like a G1000, but it's missing buttons. Otherwise, it's pretty fucking useless. Oh, it uses the old-fashioned thing down the bottom.
The Bendix, yeah, the old one, yeah.
Okay, it's weird because it's got a G1000 up top, but it doesn't have the. That's really weird. Okay. Like it's got the glass, but it doesn't have the. Really strange. Okay.
I think maybe a lot of people do that to their old 182s. They get the one screen and then they keep some of the old stuff
Yeah,
as
it
well.
could be, and that's fine. Now that I found it, I'm perfectly okay with it. I just couldn't find the dang thing, and it was driving me crazy. Yeah, that'll work for me. No problem. I'm just not used to seeing that with the rest of it being glass, that's all. Alright, do we see a Dusty yet? I don't see a Dusty yet.
Yeah, I'm in, and I'm not crashing just yet. Let's see.
Oops, somebody just spawned on top of me. I'm going to pull ahead so that whoever that is not on top of me.
It could be me.
Are you in a tail dragger?
Yes, sir.
It could be you then.
I'm in the cub.
You don't have a label, which is weird.
That is weird.
Maybe because I'm so close to you? It doesn't make sense.
Maybe.
Oh, you just disappeared again.
Interesting.
Maybe it wasn't you. Yep, Creative Slime. The label's there now without a plane. Oh, there's the plane. You're here. Weird. You're here. Okay.
I'm just trying to change my control setup quick.
Yep. The Coronado 182 sounds are quite a bit different than what I'm used to with a 172. She's got a little more growl, bigger motor. It's like 250 horsepower. By the way, the
Yeah.
stream is live, so for those of you watching, we're going to be flying today. We'll be taking off from Titusville, Space Coast Regional Airport. We'll do a little fly around Kennedy Space Center, go down to Florida coast, and we'll swing out onto the Florida Keys and stop at 2 airports there. One is a soft grass strip, and the other will be Grand Bahama International in Freeport, or Freeport, one of those. And now we're back. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying that the 182, when it first came out, everybody was saying the engine sounded wrong, but then when you look at actual videos, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's this weird, like
It's
tractor
yeah.
sounding thing.
It's not as smooth sounding as the 172, and the thing rattles and shakes a lot more while it's idling. It's interesting. I wonder if it's using if it's a flat, like a horizontally opposed instead of vertical cylinders, because that's reminiscent of that, like what Subaru and Porsche use in their motors. I know
Maybe
airplane. I know it's common. I know it's something some airplanes use. There's somebody doing aerobatics
I
here. Did you
saw
see
I
that?
saw the guy just pull past here so quick. Yeah, I see him.
Awesome. Awesome. We'll get a little show as we take off. I imagine this to be a pretty populous area with the space center there. So we'll probably get some traffic. We'll give Dusty another couple minutes and then we'll taxi out if he's not here.
It's cool. I'm still not crashed, so that's good.
He can always catch up to us. So. We'll be using runway 36 on our takeoff. Based on the winds, that's kind of the closest matchup that I could come up with. It was kind of a toss-up between... Actually, now the wind is at 96, so I guess we'll be using runway 09er.
Okay.
So let me change my heading to 090. Because I like to keep it locked in so that when I take off I can use it if I want to. I am going to try to fly minimal autopilot this time, though.
That's cool, man.
Oh, I like flying the wire with it when we're just traversing from one place to another, but... the only thing about the 182 so far I don't like is I don't like where the compass is in the middle of the windshield, kind of like it is on the 152.
And also the window views you can edit. They tend to be high, and you can't really see, from what I remember.
It looks pretty good where I am.
And they could have also changed it, obviously, between.
I mean, I can see down well, which is kind of what I want when I'm flying because I do sightseeing. So. Yeah, the window's low. I mean, I don't know if you can pop up my stream, but window is low. So. Great, Randy. We didn't need that image while we were flying. My friend just chatted in the Twitch. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of the non-AI. There's a lot of players in this area. This MX Rider guy is pretty active.
He's some stuff there.
Let's start our taxi.
Okay.
Dusty will catch up if he joins us. So this is literally the furthest I've used this airplane. You can see over here it's got 0.1 hours on the engine, and that was all idle time, me just sitting there. I'm a little nervous about making a mess here, but we'll see.
Well, congratulations on her, and hopefully she brings you much joy.
I'm probably going to buy the Mooney next, even though I'm not a big fan of the Mooney.
Oh yeah, the Mooney's cool.
I'm taxiing the wrong way, by the way. So if you're following me, we're going to turn around.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm literally like wasn't paying attention and taxiing the complete wrong way. Yeah, I kind of like the sound now that I'm getting used to it.
It grows on you.
Yeah, yeah. Like the hair I shave off every week. Alright, we'll taxi properly this time. Turn left on this taxiway. That'll teach me to not look at the chart ahead of time. We get down the end there and I'm like, this is not what it should look like. Because I was at this airport earlier today. Just making
Well, at
sure
least
everything loaded in okay.
someone has knowledge. It's good.
Well, I've also got it up on a map here, so on a little nav map. Oh, okay. I gotta keep that in mind. It doesn't have the virtual cockpit thing, so the left, the PFD is just a basically an overgrown horizon. It doesn't give.
Oh,
It's not like on the newer G1000s where it's got the whatever they call it, virtual view. You know, where it shows you landscape and details.
oh yes, synthetic vision.
Synthetic vision. There you go. I don't know if that's something that can be turned on this. I'm just gonna look real quick. I don't see it. Okay. No big. Just as long as I know. I mean, these are just things to keep in mind while I'm flying her. All right, let's taxi out onto runway 9er and take off and see if I can
Give it a bash.
fly this thing without crashing it.
It's just got lovely acceleration. It's just so much more powerful than the 172. It's just such a
Well,
so
I was thinking of it mainly for tomorrow because I think tomorrow is when I would have regretted having a 172 in the mountains of New Zealand.
Yes, that's the other thing. It's so much more versatile. You feel so much more in control because you've got so much room.
I do wish it was the 182 that had retractable gear, but I'll live.
That would just be cool.
Rotate. Oh, this boy likes to climb. It's loud too. Oh, bring that nose down a little out of hand here.
I'm off the ground as well without dying.
Awesome. That's always a plus.
Help, yeah.
I'm trying to do about 1,000-foot climb rate, and I'm going to go up to about 1,500 and then level out. I'm going to bank left now, my left turn, to approximately a 040 heading.
Yep.
External view for a moment. Just see the vehicle assembly building over there off my right wing.
Yeah, me too. I can see it, yeah.
I'm flying closer to that. Coming up on 1,500 feet, I'm going to bring the nose down, level her off. Bring my throttles back a little so I don't completely take off on you here. There's the vehicle assembly building. You can see the shuttle runway ahead of us. We will do a low fly over that. We've got permission from NASA to do that today.
Oh, that's good.
And we'll do a low fly. We'll probably drop down to like 500 feet and fly out by the SpaceX platform, which is you can see at about our 1 o'clock. It's SpaceX. I think they use 39A. Sorry about the static there. I was wiping something off my mic. They use 39A, I believe, which is the northern. Oh boy, this plane does like to climb. I do like it overall, though, so far.
It's a really good touring plane, like cross-country plane. It's very, very good.
Yeah, there's Titusville off to our left. Merritt Island off to our right. So what we'll do is I'm going to swing a little to the left here, north, and we're going to do a low fly down the runway at heading 150.
Cool.
Throttles back a little since I climbed up to 1700. Trouble getting used to this camera position in this plane. It's a little different than what I'm used to. I'm also taking a major frame rate hit with it. That might be a problem.
That's interesting.
I mean, I just dropped down to like 15 frames. I'm back up to normal now, or normal-ish. But it keeps going all over the place. I don't know if it's the new scenery loaded.
That could be. I don't know, because the plane wasn't. I can't remember it being chuggy.
It seems good now. Maybe, I mean, it's Windows, so who knows? Maybe the PC was doing some other crap in the background.
More than likely.
There's a nice side view of the Space Center. Start a slow bank to the right. We'll go down over the runway and then circle back around the landing pads before we resume course. Change my registry number. That's okay. My tail number's wrong.
Yeah, that's a cool runway.
What's that?
That runway is pretty cool.
Yeah, 15,000 feet long.
Oh, that should be able to. Even I should be able to land on that.
We're not supposed to land on it, but I might do a touch and go just for jollies.
That might be cool.
Oh, you're up over it. I see where you are. You're ahead of me, which is good. It's all good. Very nice view of the vehicle assembly building as we come down here. We're now at 380 feet descending. I'm going to do a touch and go just because I've never landed this plane and I feel like this is a very forgiving place to try it.
Read.
Bring the throttles back. Bring that nose down a little bit. I've been working on my landings. I figured out what my big problem is in these smaller planes. I'm trying to bring them in too slow, so I stall it, and that's why I hit the ground so hard. I need to come in at, 70 or 80 knots, and I've been coming in at 60. Float it. Cut the throttle. Touchdown, 148 feet per minute. I can take that. Throttle
Yeah, man.
back up. Back up in the air.
Cool.
I think I've commented on this before, but I've actually seen a shuttle launch from here before.
Wow, that must be pretty cool.
Yeah, 1995, it was an Atlantis launch. It was the first shuttle Mir mission where the space shuttle rendezvoused with the Russian space station. And it was pretty cool to go there and see that and, experience that. Again, being kind of a first time they did something new like that too was kind of... This plane's really loud when you do an outside view. Holy cow! I came up a little higher than I wanted to, so let's cut throttles back because we're hitting our speed limit here. Yeah, like I have the throttle at like 25% right now. This thing is just a beast.
It is.
So the southern pad is actually the SpaceX pad. I'm at the northern pad now. I'm going to see what's on the pad here. There's something on it. The southern pad has a Falcon 9 on it.
Cool, I'll come over that side.
This looks like it's got some small rocket on it, or maybe it's just a launch platform, an empty launch platform. So anyway, yeah. So I saw that live. My wife and I in 2006 missed a landing of I forget which shuttle by about 6 hours. We were on our way to Florida when it landed. Ooh, that's really detailed. That launch platform. And,
it's funny to think that with all the SpaceX stuff, launches are going to be in the future is going to be like every second day, man. It's going to be quite something.
It's already getting pretty crazy, but yeah. The shuttle was originally supposed to be able to, the same shuttle, be refurbed and relaunched within 2 weeks, but it never quite worked out that way. The other first I had was after the Challenger disaster in '86 when they shut down for a couple of years. In '88 they did the first Discovery launch. It was the return to space after the accident, and I was there and saw Discovery on the pad in prep.
Wow.
And back in those days, the tour bus went, gosh, it had to be less than a quarter mile from the launch pad. So that was really cool. It was really close. Oh, that rocket looks nice on the pad. Yes, Randy, I have played Kerbal Space Program.
Can anyone just go and like watch these things, or do you have to pay to like be escorted to where you need to be?
So they have tours. So you go to the visitor center and they have tours of the space center, and they take you to the non-sensitive areas, basically. That's the closest I've been to a launch vehicle that was ready, getting ready to launch. Now that the shuttles are all in museums, I've been even closer. I have stood 10 feet under the Discovery. Is it Discovery or Endeavour? Whichever one is in, I think it's Endeavour in Los Angeles. And then in 2012, when they were moving Enterprise from the museum in Washington to New York, I saw it sitting on top of a 747 at an airport. And the pilot of the plane, the commercial plane, like taxied us over near it so everybody could see it up close. So that was pretty cool too.
It's amazing.
So yeah, it's relatively accessible for when there's not active stuff going on. When I went to Houston, which is only a 5-hour drive from where I live now, when I went to Houston to visit the Space Center there, we were able to on one of the ones we did a tour, and they took us into the actual mission control room where Apollo and most of the shuttle missions were run from, the old control room. Again, it's just kind of neat to be in those historical places to me. I'm kind of big on history, so when I go somewhere where great things have happened or great events like that, I'm one of those people that kind of moves me. It kind of affects me.
It's cool, man.
So I missed my waypoint up there, which means if I do autopilot, it's going to screw me up, which is going to discourage me from doing autopilot. Here's a nice up-close shot off the side here of the VAB. Nice picture here. Just a second.
So what that big building is, that where everything sort of happens? Everybody's in there.
So SpaceX has their own little building. You would have saw it near the launch pad there. The big building was used during the Apollo and Shuttle era because the Shuttle and Apollo rockets were assembled vertically and then rolled out on this big crawler. SpaceX and most other rockets are rolled out horizontally and then raised at the platform. So they're done differently. We're going to fly over the visitor center, and they actually have a space shuttle exhibit, which is an actual shuttle sitting on boosters with a tank. We'll fly right by it. They've got it. Looks like it's rendered in this add-on scenery. So this add-on scenery was well worth it.
Definitely, it's actually really cool.
Give us a little bit more to see. I'm going to stay up over 1,000 feet because I feel like scenery in the game is just a little better when you got a little bit of altitude.
Agreed.
As much as you want to get down and close, it was designed for you to see the stuff from the air. So
this is a new era where people are like flying 1 meter away from something and saying, oh, that looks terrible.
Yeah, Randy. Yeah, I live near Fort Worth, right on the Fort Worth line, actually. I thought you knew that. I thought you knew we lived in Texas now. Because the last time I saw you, we lived in Dallas. Getting used to trimming this plane out is going to take time.
Oh, there's the little shuttle and everything standing up.
Yep, that's an actual shuttle and boosters. I saw that before it was raised. The last time my wife and I were there, and you can see there's a rocket garden there too. If you look to the
there we go. Yeah, that's
cool.
Cool.
To the right of the shuttle there. Yeah, that's actually really, really well done. That's just what that place looks like. That pond you see next to the road, kind of between the road and the shuttle, or the road and the museum, has alligators in it that you can see swimming around. All right, back to our flight. I'm gonna see if I can edit out that waypoint just so I can. I'm not gonna bother. We'll do it the old-fashioned way, by the seat of our pants.
Old school.
I don't like how the avionics does that. Just because I didn't go all the way to that waypoint, it won't move me on to the next one.
Yeah, there's still a lot to be done.
But I don't know that that's the simulator, or if that may be actually how the thing works. So I don't know who to blame. All right, so this is 115, and I'm pretty much level right now. So these are the settings I'll try to use tomorrow when we're flying, just so I'm not way out of zone with you. Oh, Round Rock. Round Rock is down near Austin, isn't it, Randy? Yeah, that's down near Austin. That's the part of Texas we don't talk about. I'm kidding. Austin's a nice place to visit. I just wouldn't want to live there. I do like the hills and the terrain down near Austin. Just people aren't as nice as they are up here. So most of this wooded area you saw up by the rockets and everything is actually a wildlife preserve. They actually they do it to take care of the conservation and things like that. And it's just funny that they launch rockets in the middle of a wildlife zone. But they did all kinds of studies, and the animals go to ground. The animals will go to ground, they said, minutes before the launch and come back out afterwards. It's like they can sense that something's going on. Which I always found interesting.
There's like a little red, what's that, like some little markings on the ground? Some sort of pink, what is that?
Where?
You look down to your left, there's like, it's like these weird red pinkish looking markings, I don't know.
I see buildings. Over in that neighborhood over there?
Yeah, you're going to see it underneath you in a little bit. Yeah, to your right now, it's to your right.
Yeah, those are the roofs of houses.
Oh, but there's something else. I'm going to take a screenshot.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing it. I see red roofs on houses. Oh, I see what you mean. The open field with the orange, brownish orange stuff. Those are ball fields, baseball and softball.
Right. You see, we don't have that. We don't have that as a sport here.
So the ones with green in the middle are baseball fields. The ones that are all dirt are softball fields.
Here we go.
How are you throttle-wise at this speed? Can we push a little harder?
Yes, we can, because I've also got RPM control on the prop. So I'm cool.
Okay. I'm just going to ease it up a little bit and see what happens. I'm trying to again get used to this plane, so I'd like to get up to around 120 or 25 and be able to keep her level.
Yeah, cool.
120 now, and that's at just over 50% throttle.
Yeah, 120 would be me almost over speeding my engine.
Okay, so we'll keep it around here. I can't remember because that's the X Cub you're in, right?
Yes, the slightly modified one, but nonetheless 125 would almost red line.
Okay. Because I know Dusty's is like 135. That's why I couldn't figure out. He must have a different mod. Although I didn't think the airframe of one of those could take much more than 120. So I don't know. So we'll be coming up on Melbourne, and then we'll turn and follow the coast down. And that's Melbourne, Florida, not Australia, obviously. You can tell because we're not flying upside down.
Exactly, and there also aren't any large spiders trying to pierce holes through our fuselage.
At 1,500 feet, yes.
Yeah, those flying spiders, Australian flying. Damn, dude, that would
That's
be
the funny thing
scary.
about Australia. It's like I keep thinking I want to visit there, but then I realize everything there wants to kill you.
Oh, yes.
Like I've heard even kangaroos are pretty vicious.
Yep. Yeah, they sound pretty hardcore.
Oh, there's a big yacht park to our to the left down there, at least in mine. A big yacht. I don't know if that's dynamic or if it's part of the scenery. It looks like it might be dynamic because I have boats on.
I don't think I do.
Alright, I'm going to turn a little bit to the left to stick to the coast here. We're basically going to follow Route 1 all the way down. Just a little nudge without taking her out. I think that way you are. Oh, you're out on the island side. Okay. So you wouldn't see that boat that I was pointing out. We are going to hit a little bit of weather ahead, it looks like.
I see that.
It looks like it's above us, though, so hopefully it's not rainy.
Oh, boy.
What time of day is it there? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, that's about right. That is about right to have the afternoon storm. Tropical storm every afternoon, just about at that time. I'm bringing the throttles back because I realized I was creeping up to like 130.
That's cool.
And I was climbing. This has rudder trim too, which is nice.
Yep.
The 172 has some aileron trim, so you can trim it a little bit, but not as much. Actually, while we're level here, take a little look around the plane. That's a pretty good interior. Yep. Not bad. Not bad.
That was the first official third-party plane available.
Oh, was it?
It basically released on Marketplace the day the game launched. They were ready.
It's good that Microsoft Asobo got some developers in there early like that, though, and gave them access, because that helps sell it, that helps promote the community in the game.
Absolutely. I'm getting some bumpiness. I'm getting some
I'm getting a little bit. Not much. Just well, because your plane's a little lighter than mine, so it may be affecting me more. When we get down near Vero Beach, which is where we were going to turn out, that's when I'll make the call as far as time, because we spent more time at Kennedy than I had planned.
That's cool.
I don't want to head into the Bahamas unless we're going to be able to do the 2 stops. I know for you it's going to be late, but I just have to decide on if I'm going to proceed further than that.
That's cool, man.
I have a weird feeling that Dusty might like show up halfway through or something. So.
In his F-15.
And his F-15, yeah. Somebody posted in the briefing chat. Oh, Blues. Blues. Okay, so Blues might join us. Awesome.
That F-15 that just got released as third party just got torn to shreds. It's such a piece of junk.
I mean, oh shoot, I'm really dropping altitude here.
I'm watching you. I'm just wondering,
I mean, that's what Dusty does when we're flying too. He won't be paying attention. Suddenly his altitude's 1,000 feet off. Anyway, I mean, I kind of don't expect a lot out of somebody doing a fighter jet in this. You know, it's not really what it.
Agreed.
It's not really a niche it's made for. You know, if somebody does a good job, great. But I'm not expecting much.
Also, by definition, if you're doing a fighter jet, your audience expect quite dense system simulation. Like it just is.
Yes.
You're not going to get someone who goes, "I like a fighter jet, just got to like to fly fast, and I don't care about all the computers and buttons." They like it. They want it.
They want it, and then the next thing is, well, why can't I drop bombs from it? Why can't I shoot missiles?
Yep. You know, why can't I break the sound barrier? And then there's like a whole, you know.
Yeah. So. I mean, I'm really stable right now at 750 feet, but let me put a little juice on the throttle here and see if I can get her up to where we want to be again. I don't like messing with it when I get it in a good spot.
But it's fun.
It is. It is. And I think this is going to be a fun plane, especially once I get more used to it. I'm going to fly it tonight after this for a while. I'll use it for a couple of flights I have planned, offline flights I have planned. So hopefully by tomorrow when we fly, I know what the hell I'm doing with it. We have Krankheit spots ahead.
I see that.
Yeah,
Krankheit spots.
Krankheit spots.
He sounds like someone who wants to shoot things.
Yep. And Irish Stevo.
Oh, that's also cool.
Yep. Irish Stevo. Throats 88. I just love looking at some of their names. Yours is good. Yours at least, but some of them are just so silly.
Well.
Alright, now I can bring the throttle back some. Bring that nose down a little bit. See if we can keep it at 1500 this time. Did you just go under us or what? He
Who?
flipped out, I think. Krankheit spot. Just
I see him in front.
I think he. You still see him? Oh, there he is.
I think he's flying. He's obviously rendering as some kind of generic, but I think he is actually flying some kind of jet because he went over us at like 300 knots or something.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got the M20R as well?
Yes, I do.
Do you like it? Is it a good plane to fly?
It's a lot of fun because it's got tons of those little gauges, man. It's a lot of fun.
Well, see, that's kind of what I'm debating is because I really like glass cockpits.
Oh boy, yeah, okay, fair enough. But there's something about it which is very analog.
So I'm thinking of maybe that'll be on my list of ones to pick up, in a month or so. I try to only do like one plane at a time, so I can spend some time with it.
It's also got, I think it's got like speed brake or spoiler or something like that, which is quite cool. It comes out of the wings.
Oh, okay, like a jet does. Okay, spoilers.
Yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah.
Air brakes.
Yeah, air brakes, that's it.
Yeah, I think I'll get some good use out of the 182 now that
My prediction is you will fly it instead of the 172 99% of the time.
Probably once I get used to it, yeah.
You'll get addicted to that speed, extra speed.
Well, the climb power was really nice. I mean, this sucker just shot into the sky. Like I say, that'll be very helpful when I'm trying to fly with Dusty, because he does those takeoffs that are like an F-15.
Yep, and also mountainous areas you'll be very safe.
Well, with that kind of power, I can do a shorter takeoff too. So even though the plane's a little heavier, it's got the thrust to get up when I want to. So I just got to be able to put it back down gently enough. That's the big thing. What airport is this we're about to go over? Valcaria. Okay. And then Vero. Oh, so we're not turning out till we're down to Palm Beach. Okay. All right. That works. It's like finding that balance between trim and throttle on this plane is, I'm not used to it, so it's different, you know?
Yep. I remember the trim wheel was also much more smooth and responsive, I think, compared to the default 172s. It was more loose, as I remember. I can't remember now, but I think so.
Well, I'd use a push button, of course, because I don't have an analog wheel. And one tap on it is making a much bigger difference than one tap does on a 172.
Okay, yeah. If you look at the animation as well, it's like a smoother.
It is.
I think so.
Yeah. It's a bigger wheel, so it's yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty good right now at about between 16 and 1700 on float. You're gonna be closer to 2,000 feet, right?
Yeah, I'm 19, and I'm also very stable.
It's the clouds that I'm trying to stay below. That's the reason I stay
boy.
down here. Because you're getting close to them.
It's true.
And those are some nasty looking clouds. Not thunder clouds, though. I'm glad we're not flying here where I live today. We've got some major gusty wind. Just came out of nowhere. Started last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like it'll be calm, and then you'll just hear all the trees outside rattling and the wind blowing around the house.
Yeah, not fun to fly in.
What's that?
Hello.
Not fun to at all.
No, not at all. Well, the one flight lesson I ever took was in a 152 on a day that ended up being like that. So and that's probably why I never took a second one. It was a day that, first off, I had a nice big good breakfast, which I probably shouldn't have done. Secondly, it was wind gusts, and thirdly, there were T-storms brewing. So there was a lot of, when we got up in the air, there was a lot of the up and down stuff going on. And the guy, when we got ready to go, he's like, it's going to be a little bumpy out there today. And I'm like, I can handle a little bumpy. His definition of a little bumpy and mine were different, because when I'm flying along and suddenly the plane drops 200 feet and then gets thrust back up 150 feet, that's not a little bumpy to me.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, if you look out your left, you'll see that there is a big like cruise ship out there.
I do see that, yes. Way out in the water, yep.
Reloading my game up right now, so.
All right. Vero Beach would probably be a good place to jump on if we're about to fly over it, I think. I'm about 2 minutes from Vero Beach. Well, let us know when you're close. Palm Beach might be better. Either tailwinds or KSUA. KSUA would be good, because it's right, that's just north of Jupiter, and Jupiter's where we'll be turning out. So. I don't know. I don't know
you
what I don't know what you're planning on flying. I'm in the 182T, the Coronado. I just literally the first time I have taxied it was this live stream. So
What are you cruising?
1,700 feet, about 120 knots, 115, 120 knots.
Alrighty.
So if you come out in the Mooney, you're just going to fly around in circles around us, which is fine if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll probably just fly the Mooney because I can cruise it at 120.
Okay.
If you like circles, that's the way to go.
Yep.
I was shocked with the 182T how it climbs. I was just talking about that before you came on, Blues. It's of course I'm used to the 172. And this sucker's got a lot more climb, a lot more power.
Mooney goes at 2,000 feet per minute on a stable climb.
Yeah. I was gonna say I can pull a Bonanza up at like 1,400 pretty stable. But any more than that, it falls off pretty quickly.
Where are you guys currently?
Just north of Jupiter, Florida. So if you spawn at KFPR or KSUA, you'll be right ahead of us. I'm about to fly over Vero Beach. I'm probably 30 seconds from flying over VRB.
I'll fly out of KFPR.
Okay. I'm probably 2 minutes.
Because I can catch.
Yep.
I can catch you guys anyway.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you could spawn back at Titusville and catch us in about 15 minutes. You know.
If even 15 minutes.
Well, I'm trying to be. I'll pour on the steam a little harder and make it take an extra minute.
I'll just ram everything forward. Full speed ahead.
Come out in a TBM.
Combine a Cessna Citation.
Yeah, I want to see you cruise at 120 in a CJ4.
It can be done. Anything can be done.
Not comfortably.
Yeah.
And I'm flying without my autopilot today, just so you know, because I haven't got it fully figured out on the 182 yet. It's a little different.
It's a good exercise for the hands, man.
It is. But I am rock level right now at 1,780 feet and 118 knots. I mean, this plane is right where I want it to be.
I've already flown today, so this is going to be another big thing.
You've probably really flown today, though, right?
Yeah.
So you really flown and now you're here. That's interesting.
I flew down past 2 airports and then about a 40-mile flight. Good little flight.
Just for practice and exercise, or was there?
No, I actually woke up this morning and my flight instructor texted me and just asked me if I wanted to go flying for fun.
Okay.
Got an hour for free.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, always.
How much would that hour normally be?
Today it was $68.
An hour. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and if I wasn't in my program, it would have been maybe 160, 170.
Does that include fuel and everything?
Yeah.
So that's.
I'm only paying for fuel.
So that's instructor time, fuel, and plane rental, basically.
Yeah, for $170 for the average Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was looking here, it was about 140, 150 for that same.
It becomes expensive really quickly.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons that when I thought about it, I didn't re-pursue it. Just I don't have the budget right now. I hope to again someday, but then I may have other priorities, so who knows?
I honestly was about to do missionary flying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was going to be the next move if I had to get my license somehow.
In a caravan somewhere in Africa.
Yep. I've spoken to quite a few of the guys.
There's a guy on YouTube I see every now and then. It's crazy, man. That stuff is crazy where he flies, man. Jeez.
So you guys said you're at 1,700?
Yeah, I'm about 1790.
Yep.
Alrighty.
There's some clouds at just over 2,000, so we're trying to stay below. Although when we head out over the water to the islands, we'll probably want to pick up altitude just for safety. I don't know what these low clouds are, unless we go up above them.
Above the clouds in my bush plane.
Looks like we need to go up to about 4,000 to clear them, would be my guess, based on what they look like.
Yeah, you guys are hitting a 17 knot headwind.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
That's pretty hefty.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's 12. It's 12 at 107 degrees, and I'm flying at 150 degrees. So yeah.
Where are you guys now compared to Vero Beach?
I am. If you were at Vero Beach right now and looked up, and just a little bit to the north, you'd see me. I see you.
Oh, I see you guys.
I see you. Yeah. Yeah, I see an undying rider. The 83rd
I'm gonna go ahead
one.
and switch all my lights on.
Yeah, I put on everything except taxi lights.
Went ahead and turn off my landing lights.
Oh, no, look, it doesn't look like my landing lights are on.
Yeah. They recommend 10 miles within an airport you keep them on, but usually I just flip them on if I'm planning to land at an airport or something like that.
We usually keep them on for these flights just so we can see each other easier, too.
Yeah.
Light it up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, so I'm literally about to fly over Vero Beach.
I'm zooming towards you at 170 knots. No, 180.
I'm over US 1 right now, so.
I'm about to break my do not exceed.
Yeah, the compass being in the upper middle of the windshield is not thrilling to me, but it's not too bad now that I've gotten used to it. I'm just used to it being lower.
Yeah, the one I fly with is right in the middle of the windshield. Comparing it to the HI is also a big deal.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I almost fell. I think there were a few drops there. A few drops of something.
Like water, you mean?
Yeah, I thought I heard
whoa,
something.
Something just happened. I'm taking a dive here.
You probably got punched down by a burst or something like that.
Well, I was climbing. I was over where I wanted to be anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe that other guy, Krakenspatz, shot at you.
Maybe. Krankheitspatz.
Krankheitspatz.
Well, him and Davy Boy, an Imperial pilot up there.
I'm pulling some excessive speed right now. Hold on.
Yeah, you're like making contrails, dude.
I have 200 knots right now. That's
No crap. You just went by me like an F-16, going the other way. So I'm up closer to 2,000 now, just so you know.
Me too. I'm just gonna go a little bit more to the right because there's some clouds. I don't know.
Well, we're going to be turning left eventually, so you may as well get used to those clouds.
Oh boy.
That's why I say we're going to have to go out over that water and then climb up, and I think we're going to have to do it. I think there's still going to be clouds when we do it. Let me zoom out on my... zoom the other way. Not too bad there. We'll be thinning out some when we get there. If that asshole Dusty ever joins us, we can...
Yeah, where is that asshole, Dusty?
I don't know, fucking
not
guy.
sure.
What a weird guy.
I just got out of bed. Nice and lazy.
You sound like you just got out of bed.
Hey man, you got like a smooth voice. You got like a smooth, manly voice.
I respect it.
thank
What?
you.
Actually, you got you have would be a decent radio voice.
Yeah, hold on, I'll be right back. Thanks.
Is it me or did he just shoot up into the sky like a rocket?
Who?
The Kraken guy.
Oh, probably.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
We're thinking he might be on that F-15 mod or something. That F-15 plane or something that came out.
He might just be slewing around.
I am having some serious bumpiness here. It's not making me happy.
I'm okay actually. I don't know why.
I'm not too bad.
You're doing
Are we
like probably
East
months.
US or West US?
West US server, always.
You should. I can check the weather and see where it thins out, because turbulence might thin out higher up.
Yeah. Dusty, let us know when you're ready to pick an airport, and I'll let you know what the best place to intercept us is. Unless you're
I was
watching
just
my
gonna
stream.
try to. I am watching a stream, and I was just gonna try to find you on the map and spawn in there.
Okay. Because we're
Yeah, I
near
see you right there.
we're near KFPR right now, but I don't know how long it'll take for you to get loaded in. So
Yeah, I'll spawn in the air.
that's cheating.
Hey, it's not cheating in my book.
Hey, do you have the 182 the Carenado?
I don't.
Then you're gonna see me as a generic.
Okay.
I bought the 182, and this is its maiden flight.
I thought about flying it or buying it, but I didn't see like much of a use.
I like it a lot better than the 172 so far.
It's just fun and sounds nice, and
It
that's
sounds
worth it.
really nice.
Does it have a 6-pack?
I don't know. It's
No.
got 250 horsepower though.
It doesn't have the 6-pack. It's got one glass. It's got one glass screen, and then it's got the like Bendix, the old stuff for the autopilot.
Oh, I'm looking at the screen. He's got
okay.
basically two G1000s, right?
Yeah, but they're not. Except the autopilot controls are down here.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
But yeah,
Oh, it's got a separate autopilot.
and
Got it.
and the PFD doesn't have the whatever it's called, the virtual, what's it called?
Virtual
Synthetic.
terrain.
vision.
Synthetic terrain.
Synthetic terrain.
Vision.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd
That
still be a
costs-
nice plane to buy though.
That costs money, man, to put that in.
Those things are expensive.
Yeah. They
So
are.
is synthetic vision a literal visual system, or is it just like
Software.
data? It's software. It's not a camera, right?
No, it's 3-dimensional map,
Yeah.
and
it's
it just
3D
uses
map
your
generator.
GPS location to place you on that map.
It's Google Maps.
Uh-oh.
It's Google Earth, basically. There's a comic crazy guy over there too.
Well, it spawned
Is it-
me in facing north, of course, so I turned south, and of course I don't see your name, so I gotta fix that.
Yeah, I don't see you either.
This would be nice to do a crosswind landing in 17 knots.
See, I'm only getting 13. Are you on live weather?
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm getting 10 cross.
Well, you're higher than us. I'm back down at 1,200 feet.
I'm right next to you, Perry.
Yeah, I know. I saw you zooming up on me. If you get a little bit closer, we can, hold hands or something.
You sure about that? Here, let me try.
Wing strike!
Wing strike.
I don't normally get that close to somebody until they buy me a drink,
Or a pickle.
No, that's okay.
There you guys are.
Yep.
I don't know the aerobatic capabilities of this plane, so I'm just not going to do spin.
I was playing around in the pits the other day. That sucker is crazy. That plane idles, and it'll taxi out to like 30 knots ground speed, just idling. You just start up the engine, let it idle, and it just takes off. Yeah, I started it up, and I'm getting all my stuff ready. I look up, I'm like, holy crap, I'm moving!
Say, we might want to land at an airport and fuel back off and top off before we head over the ocean.
Oh gosh.
This is true.
I'm going to the.
Don't worry, there's an airport, Witham Field. It's right into the wind.
SUA? Is that the one you're thinking? Witham Field?
Yeah, Witham Field.
All right, we'll stop there. Yep, that works for me. That'll be the second time I've landed this plane because I did a touch and go on the space shuttle runway at Kennedy.
Yeah, that I top off on fuel, and I just really want to do a crosswind landing in 18 knots.
Yeah. What runways are active there, though?
Right now, you're probably going to be using 16, but I'll probably go 07.
Yeah, pull it up chart for it. On my other screen.
I was going to try and do like actual paper pilotage, but that takes a lot of setup.
That's more work than, yeah.
Respect the paper, man. Respect the paper.
Yeah, today we found out that our compass on our plane is off like 10-15 degrees too.
The magnetic one?
Yeah.
No
The
biggie.
liquid one?
Yeah.
Those
I mean,
have
that's
to be,
supposed to be your golden standard.
but those still have to be calibrated, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because we were flying along and we had our heading set and we were not landing where we were supposed to. So we just offset it 10 degrees and we were landing where we were supposed to then. So we just
Well,
went with it.
Yeah, I remember back in the old days when cars had compasses, they would be set per region. Like if you drove from Massachusetts to California, that compass would be off. It would have to be recalibrated.
Oh yeah. That's with true magnetic and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like did you pull the weather for that airport to see what the winds are at the airport?
I can pull it if you would like me to, yeah.
I'm pulling up Sky Vector now. I can do it. I just didn't know if you already had.
Is that which airport do you guys want to land at?
It's Witham Field, Kilo Sierra Union Alpha.
Got it. Cool.
Wait a minute. I thought I could see that here. Why did I think Sky Vector showed live weather, real weather?
I think
And
I do.
also,
You hover over. It's
I
only
can
for,
just go onto a website and pull it out if you'd like.
Yeah, it might be quicker.
What's the identifier?
Sierra Union Alpha. I just want to try to pinch zoom on on the part of my thing that's unnominated.
Ah, you know what he's in? I see him. That Krockenspatz. He's in that Italian Hermachi, or what's it called?
Oh,
the
did we
Aeromacchi?
finally fly by?
Aeromacchi. He's right next to me. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, Dusty, before we took off at Titusville, there was some dude doing aerobatics over us.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was in. I couldn't tell. But
Oh, pulled the wrong.
I mean, based on the winds aloft, I think you're right. I think it'll be runway 12. You said 16, though. I would say runway 12, because the winds aloft, where we are right now, are at 113.
What's the full identifier for that airport?
Kilo Sierra
Kilo
Union
Sierra
Alpha.
Uniform Alpha.
Uniform, Alpha.
Karen, Susan, Ursula, Amy.
All right.
I got 1 out of 4.
Noah says it's 130 at 11 knots.
Yep, 130, 11
So I'm
knots,
gonna-
7 statute mile.
I'm going to go in for runway 12 then.
I'll be hitting 7.
You would.
I'll be hitting 44 next month.
April, I'll be 52.
Beginning of April, I'll finally be 16.
Why do you sigh when you say that?
Because I'm old.
Nah, dude. No way.
Crankite Spots is kind of following you there, dude.
Hey, we're spring chickens.
I'm gonna go intercept him. This thing can reach him.
Yeah, I'm gonna respawn on a CJ4 and go after his butt.
Who's next to me? This Frank. Frankish.
Oh, I just saw the Mooney just start like shooting up and out to go after him. It's crazy.
Target acquired.
Maybe it's one of NASA's guys now trailing us.
Well, we did do some slightly illegal things back there, so.
Little bit of touch and go.
I
saw all the loop-de-loops that are on your map trail there.
Yeah, I did. I was at
KSC.
300 feet flying by the SpaceX platform. I'm pretty sure that's frowned upon.
Right.
Pretty heavily.
Well, you can get permission to do a 500-foot flyover of the runway.
Oh yeah.
But I did a touch and go.
Yeah. Well, the restricted airspace has to be not hot. There's no launches or other temporary restricted airspace.
Right.
Looks like
And
he's
then
flying.
you need permission from the tower.
Yeah.
And then I did a low fly over the visitor center too. Although I was at 1,100 feet there. That wasn't too bad.
Is he trying to headbutt you?
No, he's actually just hanging out.
He's slowing down.
What's he flying? Did you determine what it was? You said it was some Italian thing?
Yeah, it's the Italian trainer.
Aeromacchi.
It's one of the better. It's actually one of the better jets.
Yeah, one of these days I got to get that thing. It looks
He's doing
fun.
a slow flight.
I don't really need fuel, but I guess we can stop and get fuel.
I do.
Okay.
Holy shit! They take their trailer parks here seriously.
Yeah, did you see that one?
Oh yeah.
There's like square miles
Yeah,
of trailers.
yeah. Welcome to retirement living. Those and the little condo complexes.
Yeah.
Oh,
full
that guy's going
retirement.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some nice like hotels on that, the whatever it is, the key out there, the beach, the island. Those look pretty good from here. Oh, I gotta think about this landing, don't I?
Okay, I'm also I see it. I got it in sight.
Are you coming in on 12?
Yeah, on 12.
Okay. Well, you're in a X Cub, so you only need like 10 feet of that runway, right?
Well, I'm not that well. I'm not actually that good at landing these things.
This cranking guy is crazy.
He's cranking, man.
Like that Undying guy, he's zooming around like a
I know.
crazy man too.
I headbutted him, seeing what he was gonna do.
You guys want to impress me? One of you fly straight up, one of you fly upside down over each other and over the runway.
Oh, that's easy.
At 300 feet.
That's easy.
I've seen that.
Don't doubt me.
I saw that in real life at an air show, and it scared the shit out of me.
I'll do it over him while he lands. Watch.
And they were probably 60 feet off the ground, and I'm like, you guys are nuts.
Oh, there's some guys at the airport there. There's Beach. Who's that? Beach something.
Yeah, I
Beechcraft.
almost wish there was some sort of in-game chat sometimes, so you can be like, "Hey, dudes, join us," you know?
Yeah, this
Yeah, that would be nice.
Just be sort of localized radio chatters.
Yeah, what you can do is you can open like the Xbox thing and add them to their tag, and then you can just text them on there.
Yeah.
I've done that with a few people. Because I've just been flying and then they intercept me.
That sounds too much like work. And nobody can add me without me blessing it. I have like all the permissions pretty tight, so. You know, Blues, you wouldn't need fuel if you flew normally, because you just took off.
Yeah,
You know, if you didn't
still want to top it off.
fly full throttle all the time. Speed kills, you know. Oh, and while I'm at
Yeah.
and while I'm at it, get off my lawn.
I'll be right-hand pattern for 07. With some traffic.
I am on final for 1-2 with some traffic.
I'm number 2 for 1-2.
Creative,
Straight
did you
in,
go
full
around
stop.
or did you?
No, I'm down. I'm down.
Okay, are you going right to the end of the runway there, or?
No, I'm going all the way to the end. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot that I was flying a tail dragger, and I was trying to land with the back wheel first.
Oh.
You can do a 3-point landing.
We did.
198. I did get applause out of it, so.
Sweet.
With some traffic, Cessna 416 clear of the runway. Missed
With
the
some
taxi
traffic.
by a little bit.
With some traffic, Mooney 4012 Foxtrot on final for runway 07 with some traffic. Alright, let's do this.
I'm going to do a virtual fuel truck because I don't feel like bothering to find a proper fuel depot. Or shutting down. Oh, Dusty, I thought you'd be down already. You're usually right on me when we land.
No, I'm going 145 knots, just trying to catch up to you guys.
Oh. Hey, I have a plane that can do 145 without overshooting all the time now. I bought this plane mainly for tomorrow, so I could get used to it before tomorrow. Because I think it's a good one for that. For what we're doing tomorrow.
The long haul?
Well, I think it's good because it can climb.
Or the higher altitude?
Yeah, because it can climb. This thing, 20,000 feet, so. I'll just have to put on an oxygen mask. Alright, virtual fuel truck. Get your butt over here. I still have 91% of my fuel. I didn't need gas.
But you needed to buy some candy.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll run off to the kitchen for a minute.
That's what I'm healthy, dude. Let me just find this fuel area.
It's right here where I'm parked. The guy came over and put fuel in my thing while it was idling. Alright, for those of you on the stream, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab something so I can eat in front of you all on camera.
I have eyes on the fuel depot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just to the left of Perry.
So what you're saying is if it was a snake, it would have bit him.
Yep. If I can see properly, that is.
Well, also I see it on little nav maps. It is this way.
I'm back. I wish I could change
That's
my
good.
tail number because I really am. My OCD is triggering. I have my 172's tail number on here. But I'm not going to load out and back in just to fix it. So
What are you eating? Please tell us.
this is an ice cream sandwich.
Perfect. That's the way. Gluten free, I hope.
Hey, no. They had them in the FBO. They were only $35. So.
Yep,
Wow.
sounds about right.
It's good.
Go ahead and do a
Are we
quick
starting our water
shutdown to
crossing
11.
here? Or are we going? Okay.
Are we
Are
what?
we going south first, or are we heading?
No,
straight
we'll head
across the
south.
pond?
We'll head south to Palm Beach and then head over. Stick to the
Goddamn
plan.
crosswind taxiing.
Didn't bother me at all.
Okay, I'll also be right back, guys.
Goddamn tripodders.
My
This plane has to shake something awful when it idles. So.
I shut my plane off and the thing just kept rotating. Just kept going.
That moon, you don't like.
I've
to
seen
stop.
that happen before.
Uh-oh, just rolling.
I've done a complete shutdown, turned everything off, and I'm ready to shut the game off, and the propeller's still going.
I think he forgot to set his parking brake.
Oh shit! I just noticed that. He's about to die. He's about 3 seconds from hitting that house. Ready? Ready?
I'm waiting for him to disappear.
Does he have crashes on?
We're about. Yep.
Yep.
He just exploded.
Mm.
Somebody dial 911.
It's a hefty insurance claim right there.
Yeah. That reminds me, I don't even think I put my parking brake on. Nope, I didn't have it on. I got up and left the plane. There. A little bit of sugar in my system. I did have a Barks before the flight, though, just so I would not get drowsy.
A Barks root beer?
Yep. They're back.
Good. That's
I
like childhood right there.
Well, they were gone for a while. 2020, they like underproduced or didn't stop making it for a while during the pandemic, and I was like, I can't get a Barks. I can't get a Barks. Where am I going to get a Barks? And I was out to lunch the other day, and the place in their cooler had like rows of them, and I'm like, you have Barks? She's like, yeah, they just started coming back in. I'm like, give me 3. I literally paid like probably twice as much as I should have for them, rather than go to the proper store. But
All right, I just got out of bed and went to my desk, so I need to make some coffee and get something to eat.
Okay.
I'm at runway 12, ready to taxi. I'll check back in a few minutes if you guys are taking off. Then
All right, I'll taxi up and hold up there. Is there a spot to hold up there, or are we going to be in everybody's way?
there's a runoff area.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll pull my
Run
flight
up there,
computer out and see how long this flight will be, this next leg.
Where's our jumping off point? West Palm Beach?
Yeah, VP. There's a waypoint there. VP 054. Victor Papa 054.
That's a Victor Airway. Or a Victor Airway.
Oh,
It's not a waypoint.
well, that's about where. There's a marker there that I picked up, so in a little nav map.
Crankin is now a Spirit.
Right
jet
at
line.
Jupiter Inlet Colony. If you look on the little nav map, right there we turn out, right in the middle of that. Right there. Yeah.
Oh, what? I'm back, and it seems like I forgot my parking brake off.
You forgot your parking brake, and you
Yeah.
idled right into a building, and
There was a fire.
yeah,
One
A lot
person
happened.
seriously injured.
yeah.
Fire tornado, pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a. By the way, it was. They were doing COVID vaccines in that building. So
Unfortunate.
not only did you set a building on fire and kill yourself and blow up your airplane, you killed a bunch of people who were trying to save lives.
People with comorbidities as well, like little old people and things.
Yeah, and children, and there was a veterinary clinic in there, so a bunch of pets got killed too.
And that was the day that the orphanage went for a sightseeing tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
They wanted to pet the kittens.
Yep.
And
That
you ended their
crankite guy,
lives.
by the way, isn't like a generic jumbo jet on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a Spirit on there now.
He just buzzed the runway in what looked like an A320.
So once we hit our next waypoint, the leg should take about 45 minutes.
Across the water. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was. I mean, we can go direct from here if you guys want instead, but it's probably gonna be an hour from here because I picked the shortest jump off is what I did. It is 91 nautical miles across the water.
I'm loading in quickly.
For whatever reason, I have it. Well, okay, so going south and then over only adds like 2 minutes.
Okay. Let's go south and go over then, because that's the proper way, right? To shorten the water time.
This is the way.
And we'll do it at 300 feet above the water. That'll be our goal.
Yep. My glide ratio can totally handle that.
I know it could.
At 300 feet, you should be able to glide for a good 20 or 30 miles.
We have a 60-mile. We have a 60-mile nautical mile water crossing. At that point, there is no altitude that would save you.
Right.
So you just have you have a raft and
Yep.
have your
Yeah.
inflatable
Give yourself
life
enough
jacket on.
altitude so you got time to try to put it down softly in the water.
The best thing to have is hope.
Yes, and look for
Anything
boats.
else, forget it.
And look for boats, because you want to land near a boat so they can come and rescue you.
Creative, did you respawn, or is that your logo is still in the building over there?
No, I'm good.
Okay. We're at the
I'll-
taxiway waiting for you, but
I'm coming.
don't rush on our account. We'll wait.
It was one very expensive cup of tea, guys.
Yeah, it was. Not to mention, imagine what your insurance rates look like now.
Woo.
As if it wasn't already expensive.
I do like the metallic red on this model. This,
That is pretty nice.
on the Skyline. It is pretty.
I agree with you, even though I cannot see it.
Well, you could look at it on my stream. But yeah, it's a nice metallic red. It would be better if it was a metallic blue, but, can't be perfect. It's like almost the exact color of my wife's car is red, actually. Dusty, I think you can taxi anytime. I think you can catch up with
Okay.
us at this point.
Yep, I'm almost with you.
Oh, release parking brake, that helps.
Rhythm
I
traffic,
wish-
Red X Cub taking runway 12 for straight out departure.
I'm gonna pull off so you can go cut
With
it.
traffic, red says no. Runway 12, straight up departure with traffic. Except there's an X Cub stopping in front of me. Which I don't know why he is. He only needed. Well, it took you longer to take off than I was expecting.
Nah, I was just kind of waiting for Creative to catch up a little bit.
No.
The X Cub needs about 3 seconds to take off.
I was gonna say I expected you up before you hit the 12. It was after that. Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't have autopilot on. Why is it trying to kill me? What the hell? Don't you do this to me, game? Don't you do
Your
this to
trim?
me?
Your trim
I'm
screwed up?
working on it. I'm working on it. I think so. I think it trimmed the wrong. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're happy. We're happy. Climbing at 1200.
Drifted a Mooney.
Making a right turn. Bring that throttle down some so I don't shoot for the moon here. This thing is like way more powerful than I'm used to. And it's different. Like the Baron is faster, but this thing is way more sensitive on the throttle. Of course, the Baron apparently has 300 horsepower, so that... Not Baron, Bonanza. Baron's got even more.
There's something about the G36 I just don't like. I don't know what it is.
That's stupid having to switch the tanks around. That's the part.
Well, I've
I
got
don't
that,
like.
but then again, that's second nature for me.
Yeah. It seems wrong.
Yeah, it's normal for me. Alright, I'm gonna hit autopilot, and I'll try to be back before we turn over the water.
Okay.
I also have a program scheduled a failure in 22 minutes to an hour.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Right over the water. Perfect.
Yeah.
Altitude is set. So right now, in theory, if I engage autopilot, she should stay nice and level. Yep, perfect. Okay. Yeah, it looks like this. The other reason I wanted to swing a little bit south is these clouds are lighter to the south. So, at least according to the GPS. No, Randy, we're not in the Bermuda Triangle yet. Take one look at a product and they email me like I'm their new best buddy.
Oh god, I hate that.
I hate when they do that. You need to create an account to look at this product to see if it's what you want. Okay, that's fine, but that doesn't mean you own me. Once I delete the account after deciding it doesn't work, then leave me the hell alone. I had one of them. I was testing something for work, and it required a phone number too. And I usually just put in the main number for our office in Boston, because then they'll call and be like, they don't know who they're getting. But I stupidly put in I had an autofill set up, and it filled in my number, and I didn't check it. And this guy was like calling me like, when are you going to sign up and go for the next level? I'm like, dude, no, I'm not interested. And then he emails me. And he's like, I've been trying to call you and get a hold of you. And I emailed him back. I'm like, remove me from all your lists. Any calls that come in are going to be flagged as spam and reported as such.
Still call each other? What?
Yeah, I know. It's like, this is 2020.
Phones are not made for calling. What the heck?
2021, dude. People don't use phones anymore. Not for phone calls.
When was that the last time a new phone released? When was that on the feature list? Crystal clear calling. It's hilarious. So, dude, you speak of a time where cars had compasses. So then you would have also been part of a time where the cars had CB radios as a popular thing.
Oh yeah, when I was in high school, we all had put CB radios in our cars.
Did you? That's so cool, dude.
And then sometimes you could catch what was called skip. And what skip is when somebody's transmitter, for whatever reason, it reacts off the atmosphere, and you can get to one way and sometimes two way, literally halfway around the world.
It's true. Have you ever looked into the radio ham communities?
Yeah, I did, but I wasn't that into it. I had a neighbor who was they call themselves hams. He goes, "I'm a ham." And I'm like, "Yes, you are." But no, I remember one time I had a communication with a guy. I was on the East Coast, the northeastern United States, Massachusetts, and I had a real-time conversation with a guy in California, and that was just crazy. My father was a police officer, police chief eventually, and he used to, on the police radio, they would sometimes get that. He had a call. He had one time that he was on transmitting for something, for a call he was going on, and the California Highway Patrol came on and told him to get off the frequency. And he's like, "Dude, you're talking to, Littletown, Massachusetts, where I'm from." And they were like, "What? No, you're on a reserved frequency. You're not supposed to be on it for this." He's like, "You don't understand. You're on my frequency too." I'm getting ready to turn out. No, probably another couple miles. It looks like.
I've watched guys with the ham radio guys. There's a time in the day where they try and communicate with the International Space Station, and you actually can do it.
Yep.
It's freaking nuts.
Yep. No, it's always been fascinating to me, but never enough to actually want to go down that path. I had a neighbor at one time. He lived in the house next to the one I own, and he had a tower. He had to get permits and everything. He had a 60-foot tower in his backyard. Yeah. And we weren't in a super rural area. We were in suburbs, right next to a high school. And I was like, I can't believe they let you build that. He's like, yeah, get the right permits, know the right people, was what it came down to. Know whose pockets.
Scratch right back.
Yeah. Oh, you want money for your re-election for the city council? Sure, I can help you out. That type of a thing. So the 182 Carenado mod, the co-pilot seat has the seatbelt fastened and buckled, even though there's nobody sitting in it. On the interior view.
Oh.
There's an option to have it show the co-pilot on the interior view. I should try that and just see what it looks like.
You don't want to be alone in there, man. Oh, you're going to see Krakenspatz there by you very soon. He's coming up real quick behind you.
He is he?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, what the fuck just happened?
That would be Mr. whatever his name.
Krakenspatz.
Control failures.
No, I was playing with the stupid... Never mind. Just suffice to say, I was messing with stuff and paid the price.
I keep having control failures. I went into just a spin a minute ago, straight towards the ground.
No, this is my fault. This is totally my fault. I was screwing with something and it shut the plane off. We're ready to turn out, by the way, so we're gonna go 040. It looks like.
Cool.
I'm going 012.
No, not 040. We're gonna go 090.
Or 112?
Heading?
That's what I have on little nav maps, because I'm turning right now.
Pull it up. I have 086.
Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're going somewhere. Okay.
I'm going to a
You're
nice
going
little.
up there?
I'm going to a nice little grass strip for you.
Oh, what's that? What's that? iCow.
Mike Yankee Alpha William.
Okay.
It's called Walker's K. Did you notice that I posted some Bahamas scenery? You may not have downloaded it for this session, but you'll want it for next one because it has most of these airports done, and including the one we're going to land at today. Just FYI.
I'm gonna climb to 25.
I was just gonna go up to 35 actually. But how are the clouds up there? Go to 25 and let me know. Maybe we'll go. Maybe I'll only go to 25.
20 here.
What'd you say it is? Fine up there?
Might be only going up to 2,000 for us, so we're staying 500 below.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, man,
2200.
Frankie Spatz has been with us for quite a while.
Yeah, it looks like they're tagging along.
Cool.
Try and figure the trim out. $2,500 is looking pretty good, so you guys can ascend if you want to.
Sounds good to me. I realized I was doing what I do in the Baron, by the way. I was up at 140 something knots because I wasn't paying attention to my throttles. So if I was leaving everybody in the dust except for the movie, that's why. I'm slowing
Can't
down.
shake me. Can't control my power.
I have a jumbo jet though that's stalking me from behind.
Slinging power, not even half throttle, and I'm still holding 110, 120.
Leveling out. I said leveling out. What the fuck? There we go. Much better.
The wind correction is kind of insane.
Well, these small planes with a 15 knot almost crosswind.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
I think I'm gonna set my autopilot for once.
That's what I'm doing once I get up to 25 and can stabilize. For some reason, I'm having trouble doing that. Boom. There we go. Bring my throttles back a little bit because I'm already racing away. We're going to try to go at 120. Is that what we decided? Is everybody good with 120?
Yeah, I can hold that.
Works for me.
Okay. See how
I can
far
do
back-
130 if you guys are all.
Well, I know that Creative
120.
said that was pushing it for him. So
Okay.
he doesn't have the jet-powered X-Cub like you do.
Oh, you got to get the Bush League Legends 215 horsepower upgrade.
What's our heading with corrections?
I'm setting mine to 080. And it looks like I'm actually flying a 083 with it set that way. And somehow I'm down at 2,200 feet. Because the autopilot's a piece of shit. I was level at 25 and then it dropped me.
I guess I'm flying towards you guys for a second.
I'm going to stay at 2200. I'm stable. I'm not going to mess with it. 300 feet's not going to be a big deal, you know? Skies are clearing up, which is nice. I just got buzzed by a jet. That was fun.
Lots of fun things.
Creative, you're falling way back there. You okay? Are we going too fast?
I'm good. I'm going sort of 121-ish, 122-ish.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'm back at 110 right now, so I'll give you some time to catch up.
Now with autopilot, I'll just descend to 2200 and then pull back my power to stay with you guys.
Yeah, mine's not. I haven't figured out how to get a descent to work properly with this autopilot yet. So I thought I had it working earlier, but it's not now. I thought usually when you hit the altitude mode off, it changes to VS, but
No, you hit VS and it switches over to VS until you hit
there's
your
not a VS.
intended altitude.
There's not a VS.
I'm gonna pull up your stream and then take a look.
If you look, I'm
Can you
looking
zoom
at
in on it?
I'm looking at it right now. Whoops, hold on.
I can't see the buttons.
There, you should be able to see them now.
Right.
So on the ones, oh shit.
Yeah, you're right. The alt.
On the
altitude button
172
should-
it toggles, but on this one,
Mhm.
watch, I do this, and then I start hitting up and down, and it doesn't switch.
You're streaming to Twitch.
Twitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/PerryB413.
It should have. Did it link it this time, by the way? Luke said he set it up. I don't know if he did. People, check out the Flight Lounge on Discord. I don't know how to get there. I didn't look to see if it's actually...
Hit 2200. I'll
Yeah, like, I don't know what else is going on right now because so hopefully you guys can tell me if I'm about to fly into something because I'm zoomed in for you guys.
No, I'm done looking. Yeah, you're right. I'm used to the toggling between altitude and.
Yeah, and you saw what happened when I did it.
Vertical.
It didn't toggle. So. And it did earlier.
Oh,
What?
take a look at the center console on the glass panels between the two glass panels.
Yeah, here, yeah. It's not there.
That's all radio.
That's all radio.
I'm cruising at 100 right now, so you guys can catch up.
I'm at 110.
Ooh, I'm already ahead of you.
Yeah, I was given the chance for creative to catch up. Hey, the clouds are clearing. Look at the next rad. Looks nice ahead. Oh, and this has proper weather radar too, so we can go over here. Whoops. There, we go here. See? Nice clear skies. That's okay, I'll figure it out offline. I'm stable. I can get it to do level flight and I can do heading, and those are the things I care the most about. So. So I'm going to nudge it a little to the right to 085.
Being intercepted by an airliner once again.
Yeah, this guy's shadowing. I like it. I like it when we pick up strangers on this stuff.
That's what Ted Bundy said.
Yes, as every serial killer says, I like it when I pick up strangers.
hitchhikers.
Zoom this out a notch.
Also, I don't know if you have planes that you need to manually switch the tanks, but I'll tell you when to. I've got a timer set up in my plane.
Oh, okay.
I got a like a warning that said fuel imbalance on the cub. I don't know what caused that. Should I have switched?
Yeah,
And you're look down and to the left, kind of like
Yeah,
where
I did switch, but it didn't immediately say, that I did the right
No,
thing. But
it will.
eventually-
It will say that as long as you have greater than a 5-gallon imbalance between the two.
got it. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
So if
usually
you go
I
down,
do it about every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So the floodlights work. That's kind of nice on the Coronado. It's got a functional oxygen feed.
So you don't gray out.
I've got back seats.
I got back seats.
I think that's my favorite thing. They're actually seats.
As opposed to just cargo space.
Yep. I mean, the plane I fly in real life is supposedly a 4-seater. Realistically, you can only fit 2 people.
But you
in
wouldn't
there.
want to be the class 2 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Technically seats.
More of a hey, we want to fit more
come
people.
fly with me simulations. Hey, I don't know who you are, but hello, thank you for joining us.
Just Spirit Airlines, basically. That's how the seats are.
I need to see if I can turn on timestamps on the chat. I don't like looking over and not knowing how
Also-
long it's been there.
I imagine if you put 4 people in your plane, you probably can't go fully fueled, or you gotta watch.
We can fit 2 people in the plane that we fly, and that's pretty much all. I mean, we can fit 3, but that's pushing it. Makes it harder to land.
Weight wise,
Yeah. That we always only fly with half of the fuel maximum.
yeah, it makes sense.
Actually
We're
gonna
all
flip.
scattered around.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna flip my tank at 20 minutes, which is right now.
Oh, the Mooney doesn't. The Mooney, you have to flip them too.
Yeah.
Can't imagine they still make planes that do that, but I guess they do.
What's your guys' fuel economy, man? I can see mine here, 10 gallons per hour.
7.9.
I'm pretty close to that.
I
Actually,
usually
I'm
try
at-
to stick to
And I'm
that.
going 130 knots, actually. Hold on.
I think each notch is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, so each notch is 2, so I'm at about just under 7 per hour. This is a pretty efficient plane.
That is.
Of course,
What are
my
you guys speeding at?
I'm only a little over 25% throttle right now.
Reminds me of the what is it? That British car show, Top Gear.
Yep.
They did a challenge between a Toyota Prius going max out on a raceway against a Ferrari going the same speed.
Yeah.
And I believe the Ferrari was more efficient.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those hand cast engines.
Well, it's not just that. It doesn't have to work. The engine's not working at those speeds.
Yeah. The real
That's
thing
true.
was the Toyota was way out of its element.
Right. I mean, I drive a hybrid in my car. If you're doing 30 miles an hour, is way more efficient than if I'm doing 70.
Mm-hmm.
It's inverted with the hybrid, completely inverted.
So then
If I drive around town all day at 30 miles an hour, I get about 70 miles to the gallon. But if I take a highway trip, I get about 41 or 42.
You're crazy. That's insane. I drive a 99 Tacoma. That's in my wildest dreams.
I had a 12 Tacoma with the 4-liter V6, and I used to get like 22 on the highway with that. 19
Mine
around
just
town.
guzzles it down.
Yeah.
I get like 170 miles per tank.
Oh,
I don't even know how much gas I get
so
in.
I'm gonna give you a real good one here. In the last year, now admittedly it's been COVID land, and I work from home anyway. I have spent $81 on gasoline,
So that's
right.
pretty good.
and I've driven
Wow.
about 1,700 miles. I got gas 4 times in the last. Yeah, 4 times. I got gas March 11th, July 24th, sometime in October, and then 2 weeks ago.
How do you know that those exact dates like that?
Because I can pull it out of my. I pay by card, so I always have the records, and it categorizes it.
But did you have it like right now on hand?
No, because I tell people it all the time. So
I thought you were like a man, and you can like multiply large numbers instantly as well.
no, but I am a number. I'm a very number-oriented brain, so I remember numbers very well.
You know that guy, that savant, that can tell you any date that he's been alive and outside. He can remember the weather of any day at any time, and you can corroborate it with weather reports, and he will rattle that off.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Oh,
Yeah, or people who can tell you any date. You tell them any date, and they'll tell you what day of the week it was.
yeah, there's also a pair of savant twins, female twins. I think they're the only ones in the world.
Savant, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, our company installs Savant home automation systems, and they're pieces of shit, just so you know. And I'm saying this on a live Twitch stream, by the way.
That's a good name for the product, though. It's like it's supposed to be able
It's
to do amazing
horrible.
things.
Sounds like false advertising.
Somebody clip that and send it to his.
I am admittedly
send it-
biased too, because it is a 100% Apple-focused ecosystem. So literally, if you want to run it, you have to have an iPhone. If you want to program it, you have to be on a Mac. It's very vertical that way. Now that said, we also, because I ran the service department for the better part of a year, we have a lot of problems with it. They're just awful.
Somebody please clip that and send it to superiors.
No, they don't care. They make money on it.
Hey,
That's what matters.
I know this is nowhere near anywhere what we're talking about, but I accidentally figured out that I can open my door mid-flight.
Whoa.
Oh, so I can do that with this one
Mid-flight?
too. I can do that with this one too. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you were in
Hey,
a real
it's a cool
plane
lever.
and you operated the latch, would it work in real
If
life?
you had the strength.
Yeah, you'd have to fight the wind, right?
Yeah.
Yep, my door
Well, it's
just
kind of-
opened and the sound changed, and it crashed me. I overstressed the craft.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's what would happen.
I can't believe I did that.
Man, Blues,
No,
you really
you
trolled him, didn't you?
I
got him.
can't
him.
catch up at this point, so I am just going to spawn at the next waypoint.
Spawn on top
Pick
of us.
find the green plains and
Oh, I could
spawn
do
on
that.
us.
Yeah, I could do that. That's
Yeah,
right.
I can slow down.
I mean,
No,
it's
it's okay.
it's
That's okay.
cheating, but
No, it's okay. I can do that.
No,
I always
it's-
forget I can do that.
We know
I
you
can't-
only do real weather.
I
You
can't
only do
believe.
live traffic, and you don't slew or spawn on top of us.
But the
No.
upside is I can fix my registry number now, so it won't be triggering my OCD every time I look at the dash.
Blues, your door is still open on my screen.
Load my flight plan.
I have the Mooney, so I see you as a Mooney. Oh, your door closed.
It's just closed for me.
That is funny, guys. That is funny.
Maybe I just had to get close enough. But it's funny that it's open now. It's like
What?
I get far enough away and it's open for me.
Did I break it?
It's just the game. The game is broken.
On a fairly straightforward flight, 2 of us have completely destroyed our planes.
Yep.
I
Okay,
haven't
so
managed.
You forgot your
Yeah,
parking
so-
brake, and Barry opened his door in mid-flight.
Literally crashed into the ocean.
How that didn't crash me, to be honest.
You don't have overstress turned on?
I do. I have it all
Some-
turned on.
Planes don't
It
have.
must not have triggered it.
Built different.
No more doing stuff like that.
No more
Bad,
too many
bad
levers.
door.
Because in real life, you wouldn't be able to push a damn door open anyway. That's the part that bothers me.
I took off one day and the door was open. We got pretty upset about it.
That's fine, but the point is if I'm doing 130 knots, there's no way I'm going to push that door open while I'm flying that plane. The amount of force, the amount of air pushing against that door makes it a no.
Superman to do that.
Now this here's a formation with some type differences.
It's funny because I see generics.
You're not going to see my cub because it's
Everyone's generic for me.
Actually, everybody I think just went generic for me on my respawn. No, maybe not. No, they didn't. Yeah, they did. I think they did.
My
I
favorite
don't know.
thing about the plane is that I can put the wheels up.
I need to fix my stupid thing now. Hold on. Some jerk troll being got me to kill myself.
Do it to me. I would have said some.
At least it spawned me. At least it spawned me like trimmed out perfectly and everything. And guess what? I'm coming back at 3,000 feet.
Get some extra speed. Just don't get too much.
I'm with you guys. I don't need the speed. I got creative to my left, and you guys are off to my right. We're good. We're good. I'm at 115 knots. Happy.
I'm not sure if it's the Piper, the PA-44, that when you open a tiny little window that's within the window area, it crashes the plane as well. It's just a little tiny window, though.
A little vent.
The Piper in the game?
There's the Coronado made a Piper as well.
Oh, I need to buy it.
It's a teeny window. It's like the size of a it's like a credit card, and it blows up the whole plane.
Oh, I can't believe I did
Not legit.
And I'm now got my proper tail number, so that's good. That's important. I feel better.
For linings.
The only damage that would happen if I did that in real life was it would be very loud and
Very loud and what?
obnoxious if I opened that tiny car hole. I'm holding a pretty efficient flight at 5.8 gallons per minute or hour.
Wow.
Really? I'm at 80.9. And I'm following along with you.
And this is takeoff.
Oh, now the stupid thing is talking to me.
Yeah, that's what happens when you spawn in like that. It auto-tunes you.
That's okay. I just acknowledged its transmission and changed the frequency by like 1 notch, so hopefully it doesn't.
Down and everything. I'll be right back. Just watch me if I die.
That's what I said the last time. Oh god, here we go.
Actually, if I just put it at 12280, I know I'll be good, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go down to 12280.
So the 182, does it also have little sun visors that move? Maybe you should try and move those and see what happens. Oh boy.
It has sun visors that move. That is
You're
cool.
still alive.
I gotta give it cool points for that. Okay. And it didn't crash. So now I'm gonna try to lose some altitude here. I'm gonna try to, now that I've got her stabilized, turn off that autopilot, bring back the throttles, and let her drop. Down to 2,000 feet. There's a robots for hands ahead of us too. I seem like we saw that one before when we were doing a flight.
That's a mental picture. Like an entire robot at the end of your wrist?
Apparently, yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. A few years ago, I saw this anime where a guy wakes up and he's got his girlfriend as his hand, and it's not as cool as you would think, to be
Right.
honest. Having a miniature human on the edge of your wrist. But we all know that those anime series can get a little strange.
I've never got into anime. It's never
Good.
been a thing
Don't.
for me.
Don't.
It's never been something I've had any interest in. This autopilot hates me. It just fucking hates me. That's all there is to it.
Like that song? Did your autopilot write that song about you?
Yeah. I do not like the autopilot in this plane.
Just be nice to it. You'll learn to love it. You will learn it. You just need to be gentle, accepting.
I was just gonna say, if you treated it nicer and said nicer things about it. It won't try to kill you.
That's what
It'll
I've been.
probably still try to kill you.
Just like your spouse in real life.
Exactly. Although, I mean, every now and then a beating is obviously necessary, but that's now and then.
Let's not advocate domestic abuse.
Absolutely agreed.
I'm the abused one here. I married a
Maybe you're talking about a beating in a video game.
Not only a video game, a flight simulator.
How do you beat somebody at flight sim? Better landing?
Yep.
I'm way off course too because I'm trying to get everything adjusted properly here. There, you gonna love me now? No, you're not. You're gonna still try to do this stupid. I don't want to be at 2,700. I want to be at 2,500. There we go.
Out of all the days,
Now let's work
today
on
was
course.
really nice.
Today what?
Really nice flight today. Wasn't bumpy as usual.
That's good.
You talking about in the sim or real life?
Real life.
Yeah. It's gotta be nice.
It was a nice flight to where we were going, Richmond County Airport. As soon as I touched the controls, it got windy and bumpy. I don't know what it is.
So the lesson there is don't touch your controls.
I guess so.
Don't open the door.
Don't let you fly the plane. Crankite and Spots gave up on us.
Oh.
A while back, they disappeared.
He's
That
back,
emergency hit.
He's back there along with Alfair Con, Flying Loaded, and Muffins.
The
Oh,
Muffins
so any-
9416.
So when they disappear, they must have just kind of
Yeah. Yeah, so that emergency finally hit me and it pulled my mixture fully lean.
Mixture, something I need to do some experimenting with too.
So that's interesting, guys. How far are we from this Walker's Clay? How far is that?
30 miles.
Walker's K.
Should we realistically, in actual life, be able to see that place from here?
Probably not. It's a tiny island.
No.
We're only 2,500 off the deck, so
Yeah, we
it might
wouldn't
actually be
really
below
be
the
able to.
horizon.
That and we're over the ocean and visibility probably over 30 miles. It's probably like 15 miles.
Really, hey, over the open ocean is 15.
Couldn't tell
Yeah,
you
I think
for sure, but
You do get some
Runways
natural-
are 09 and 27 or 2,500 feet, just so you know.
you do kind of get a natural haze coming off of the ocean, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a short landing,
And
and it's gonna be a cross.
It is a private airport, by the way, though. So, but I already called the guy. He said no problem.
So, is it going to be on runway 10?
There's not going to be any ATIS there, so we're going to have to just figure it out when we get there. Based on the current wind, I would say we'd have to circle back and land on 27.
2.8.
27.
2.9.
It's
0.9
2.8 on my screen.
0.9 and 2.7 according to Navigraph.
2.4 and 0.9 here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Walker's K,
Hold on, let me-
MYAW. There are 2 runways.
Are there?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your data coming from?
Oh, no.
The game.
My butt.
No, I don't know about the game. I just know what I'm seeing in Navigraph.
Yeah,
Fire, I
but you
got
have. Yeah, but you have that third-party software feeding data into the game, and that data then goes to little nav maps.
Right.
So
You're a better person than us because you've got more up-to-date info.
I'm not looking at little nav maps because because of my stream, I don't want to be messing with it, you know.
right.
But I looked on Navigraph directly, and it showed 09 and 27 as the only runways, and it shows them as grass 2,500.
Well, and because you have Navigraph augmenting the sim,
Which
then that's
feeds
what it's
a
going to
little
be
nav
in
map.
your game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying you guys might have different results? That's true.
The stock game is
so that's
telling-
so that's a good point. I didn't refresh little nav map after I added the scenery today, which includes that airport. So I may not be getting accurate data there either.
well, I didn't download it either. So what I'm
I
saying-
downloaded it. I
It's
downloaded
talking
it, but I
about-
didn't update LNM. I guess I can do that while I'm in flight.
In fact,
wanna-
no one knows what the wind is there because there's no METAR.
Right.
So we'll just have to.
We'll just wing it. I mean, based on
Yeah.
the current winds aloft, I would say that we'd be landing on runway 27. But we'll see what it is when we get there. And by the way, I'm only 500 feet off the deck. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that I was going to crash.
Wait, you think we watch your stream?
I saw
No, I
you.
thought you saw my plane
I mean-
in the air. You know.
Oh no, you're behind me somewhere. Oh yeah, there you are, way down there.
Occasional moderate turbulence below 12,000 feet. About the biggest thing so far that I've seen.
I'm like, that water's starting to look kind of close. Oh yeah, look, my altitude's 400 feet.
Well, I was looking at your stream too, but all I see is a lighter blue top half and a slightly darker blue bottom half outside your window.
Yeah.
So, like I can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, the numbers are like too small.
Yeah.
It's
No,
nice that
I
you-
get it.
It's nice that you know people are looking out for you, man.
Hey, look, I can open my door. Try it.
Yeah, it's great to know you guys have my back.
Nice.
I'm already back almost up to altitude. I love this plane. It's a love-hate relationship, though.
Exactly, the best kind.
Wait, you love the plane, but you hate the autopilot.
Hate the fucking autopilot. Passionately. I was way off course too, so I'm coming back. turn in 105 to come back to the line.
I'll probably buy.
You cut out
I'll probably buy that plane and fly it around for myself.
the Piper.
Probably buy everything, to be honest. If there's a sale on it, I'll probably just buy it up.
I wish now that I'd bought this one when they had that like 30% sale on Christmas. They had everything in the marketplace was like 30 or 40% off. It was.
That's when I bought this.
I bought a bunch of airports when that happened.
Big spenders, man, big spenders.
You know what they should really do is kind of put things on sale when, you know, tax rebates and stuff are coming out.
Yeah, the thing is they don't need to then. People will buy it because they have the money in their pockets anyway.
I suppose maybe maybe the reverse is true.
I think I'm going to, sometime in February, I think I'm going to order the parts and put together that that device we were looking at. I forget what it's called, the something deck.
That thing looked cool.
It looks pretty cool. I just wish it was a bit bigger and had more knobs.
That's what she said.
Wow.
Nice.
No, that's just bigger knobs.
My wife's knobs are just about right.
We are still talking about computer parts, right, guys?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Good.
This is a
So,
PG stream.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't want the stream shut down. That is absolutely what we're talking about.
I like that.
Island is in sight. Just a few pixels over the water, in the water.
Yeah, about a
This
mile
morning.
11 it looks like, yeah.
I have 8 hours of fuel remaining, so I think I'll make it.
You think so? You think you'll be okay?
Maybe.
Well, I filled my tanks to 100%.
I only went 60.
The water, did you notice the water changed? Maybe it's because of my scenery pack, but the water's suddenly gotten very nice, blue, bright.
No, I think that's I've seen it too.
I think we're
Yeah,
all having a shared hallucination.
Dude, the water's so blue, man.
My windows
What
are
is-
dirty. I wish
it?
I wish I could get the windows cleaned on my plane.
I know how you can. Just open your
Windows
door.
are-
Just open your door, and then you just wipe them.
You gotta
Yeah,
fly
just
close
reach
to the
the
water
outside.
first.
Yeah, you get close enough to the water, they'll wash themselves. No worries. That is one thing that bugs me is the windows. They will never be this dirty.
Yeah,
I refuse to let them get this dirty.
yeah. I'm one of those people that I'm really weird about windows being cleaned and things like that.
Once you get a plane and you're inside and you can't see because there's a speck of bug on your windshield, then it really drives it into you.
I was the same way. I'm the same way driving. I was the same way when I had motorcycles. I get a little spot on my face shield, and I'd be like, I gotta pull over. I gotta stop. I gotta deal with this. And I'd be riding with people that are like, what are we stopping for? I had a spot on my face shield.
A gnat.
Yeah. Yeah. The worst part of that though is when a June bug would hit you in the chest at 65 miles an hour.
Oh god.
Oh.
You know, I was once riding along and it was in the summer, and I think I was wearing a tank top and I was wearing my leathers, but they were open.
Yep.
Wearing a leather jacket, but I was opening it up, getting a nice breeze in there, and I feel a smack in my shoulder, and I look down and there's a bee falling off of my shoulder with the stinger in my shoulder. And I actually got a bee sting while riding a motorcycle.
So it looks like 0624 and 1028. Is that what you were saying? About the
Yeah,
two
that's what I
rounds?
have.
Okay, yeah. That's what I actually have, so. Navigraph.
What was that bullshittery that you were talking about earlier?
Navigraph said it was 9 and 27, and that was it. So Navigraph was, what was that word? Oh yeah, wrong.
What are the runway numbers supposed to be?
Well,
Sky, it's not on
1028
SkyVector.
and
Yeah,
624.
yeah, 624 and 1028.
Oh, so are we going for 28?
I'm gonna go for 28. I'm gonna circle for 28. Yeah.
I have
Okay.
wind at, I mean, here at my current
I'm gonna
location, 152 at 16 knots.
Are
If
you
it's
live weather?
similar,
Am I live weather? Maybe I didn't do live
Yeah.
weather when I came back in. I
I
didn't do
should be
live
live
weather when I came
Yeah,
back in.
you don't have any. You don't
So-
have any clouds.
So then it would be 10, right?
Hold on, my plane's going
I'm-
wonky because I just turned on live weather.
I'm thinking 10, but I'm gonna come down midfield and cross over
Oh
the
yeah,
runway.
so I have 143 at 16, so I'm gonna do 10. Yeah,
Okay.
which is a 2,500 foot runway. So I can land on that, and I'm gonna do straight in. That's so easy, even Perry could land it.
The 180. I'll figure it out, no worries. Might get a bath, but it'll be alright.
So I'm still about 12 miles out, it looks like. Are you going straight in, Dusty?
Probably, but I would like to check out the windsock.
Okay.
So,
Last thing I want in this thing is a 15 knot cross wind.
I hear you.
pattern altitude is about 1,000 here.
Yeah. I'm coming down now. I'm going to start coming in.
Left, 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 left. Everything's left.
But we're straight in, so.
True, but if you were entering the powder, it would be left traffic.
Right. Apparently it is a private field, but it's open to the public. So.
Fun.
The only ones, Dusty, just so you know, the only ones in the Bahamas that I don't have in our flight plan for the upcoming weeks are the military. There's just 1 or 2 military fields. Everything else I've got scheduled.
Because you don't want to, you need to keep it a secret so they don't see us coming.
I don't
Of
want.
course.
Yeah, I don't want to get shot down.
How
Especially
realistic.
not by robots for hands.
Right, exactly. Apparently the Bahamas is full of these guys that have robots for hands. And I've seen the SNL episode about robots killing old people, and I'm getting up there, so.
It's on this island. Is it like,
I didn't
are
really
these buildings
investigate.
just deteriorated, or what is going on here?
I didn't really investigate.
There doesn't seem to be much going. It
You know
looks
what, if
like
you guys do a holding pattern, I'll fly over and tell you what it is. I'll tell you what the windsock says.
You got plenty of time. I'm still good 8
So I'm
miles
buzzing
out.
140 right now.
Oh, you're over. Oh, okay. I may be aiming for the wrong island. It's over there. There's a little island bit, I guess, to the northwest of it.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm aiming for the right one. I'm thinking it's that
It's
little clump of
one.
islands, right? At right ahead.
Yeah, but
I
if you
believe
see
it's a smaller
some, yeah. So those ones to the ones ahead of you above
Yeah.
your PFD,
Yeah.
those are not the ones. The one a little further off
Yeah.
above your.
But it's not
the
that
middle.
little. It's not just that one little strip. It's the group
No.
of islands behind it.
It's the bigger one
Okay.
underneath my name.
Right. That's what I thought.
No, wait, that's not true.
Is it the little
You're
one?
right.
It is the little
Yeah.
one. It is that
It's
little
not the
strip.
littlest. It's not the littlest. It's like the third one that kind of has more shape to it.
Yeah, the one right above my radio
The
stack.
one above your PFD. No, the one above your PFD.
I don't have one above my PFD. Oh, hold on,
Yes, you
over
do.
there? To my
That
left?
one, yeah.
Oh, I see the runway.
Yep. That's it.
I was closer than
Dilapidated.
I thought. I was a lot closer than I thought. Okay.
Blues, you're far off over some other island. You're not at Mike Yankee Alpha Whiskey.
It's on me here.
You're over. There's a bigger island over there called I don't know.
Rosie's
it has
Place?
some place called Rosie's Place.
Yeah, we can take a boat over there and get some lunch.
Oh, maybe you are. You're coming over. You're kind of on the other side of the island.
I'm in
Closer than I
now.
thought. I'm
It's like
basically
this
doing
grass strip and a gravel strip.
yeah. I have grass and dirt. One's grass and one's dirt on my screen.
This looks gravel to me. This one straight ahead. Gravel or maybe bituminous.
Walker's K traffic doing a low pass over runway 10.
Walker's K says November 41330 on final runway 10.
Not seeing a
Walker's
sock.
K.
Did you see a sock? Blues?
No.
I have headwind at looks like 10 knots, maybe 18 knots. I can't see it. 10 knots.
Walker's K traffic entering crosswind and downwind for runway 10 full stop.
129 knots. I'll give you a report once I'm on the ground. If you want to give me time to get down there.
I'm just gonna hold off to the north.
Okay. This looks like the kind of island you'd land at to deliver drugs or something.
Blue's going to be number 3 to land.
I'm
looks like
circling all the way back to downwind, so I'll probably be last
Okay.
because I've got to figure out this landing.
Is this kind of short for the Mooney?
Might be. I'll pull it off.
143 for my landing. I'd take that. Wind is 9 knots at 120.
Pretty much head on.
And I'm going to have to taxi back, so there's nowhere for me to do anything otherwise.
I'm coming
there are
down
no
right now.
taxiways.
There's like almost no room to turn around at the end of this runway either, so.
So toe brakes are for.
I'm off the runway creative, so you should be able to come down. Oh, bounce there.
Yep. Oh wow! Something said I just crashed. That's crazy.
And then you died.
Even though I wasn't
heck?
touching anything. I think sometimes when you just clip a bush, it sees it as a full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taxiing up the grass on the side, so.
Yeah. The hit collect the hit boxes and stuff is very bizarre. You can't really tell. Although if I do, hit bushes and shit hard enough, it's not going to be good anyway.
I'll stay parked in the grass over here while I wait for you guys. That'll give me time to reset stuff, like trim. Alright.
Let's clear the runway.
Down for whichever runway this is.
10. You're gonna have to
10.
gravel.
Yeah, I don't know what it looks like on you guys, but the buildings are pretty crazy here. If you look, whoops, mouse control, hold on. There we go. Yeah, like a little beach house there.
So that house I have on my screen, but ahead of you there's some stupid buildings, which you have different.
Yeah.
You don't have those buildings there.
I have buildings ahead.
No, right in front of you, right on the other side of this
Oh.
cross runway.
Oh,
There you got.
that's
like,
a cross
brush
runway?
with trees.
That's not a cross runway, that's a road to the beach. They can call it a
No,
cross
that's-
runway.
That's the.
Oh, that is a
shorter strip.
cross runway. Holy shit. No
Yeah.
way am I landing on that. You'd land on that. No way am I landing on that.
Yeah, that is It's actually fairly long in the game.
That's
It's
2, 4,
1,600
6,
feet.
and 24. Yeah.
It's only 800 foot shorter than the.
But it's tight.
The one we just
There's
landed on.
trees on both sides of it, real tight.
Well,
Creative,
you have trees where I don't.
Creative, are you
I'm back.
spawning back in, or okay?
Yep.
All right, here I come.
So
See
our
this?
next and final waypoint will be Freetown or Freetown, one of those. Freeport, I think it is.
Port Town.
We're watching Undying Land.
So guys, I'm reading about this little island. It says that it's 40 hectares big, and it was a popular sport fishing location. The island's been deserted since 2004 following severe hurricane damage. It's currently undergoing renovation under new ownership.
It's a private island, yeah.
Someone bought it and they're like, yep.
Could you get any smoother?
If I tried.
Hey, I got a piece of toast here. You want to put some butter on it for me?
You landed shorter than I did.
In a Mooney.
I have the luxury of slamming on
I
the
was-
brake.
Of course, at 100 feet above the deck, I was still going 100 knots. So,
I'm
Yeah,
hitting
I-
my stall speed as soon as I flare.
I was
Yeah,
at
I did.
83 knots at the end of the runway before I landed. I had that one buttoned up pretty good.
I did not manage my energy into this approach, which is
Oh,
fine. I can be.
my landing was perfect. I just
This is where I'm turning. I'm going to lose
I
a
just
few hundred
exited.
feet there.
I'm on my way.
Soft field landing, so I'm gonna go ahead and train for that.
One notch of flaps. Oh, shit. Standby batteries on. This is a stupid way it loaded in. Okay. We'll wait for Creative to pass by me, and then I'll get myself in the air. Yeah, those are some neat little buildings there. You don't have those, right?
I do have those.
Oh, okay.
Those are stock.
Are you? Oh yeah, there you are. Okay.
It's all good.
All right.
You can actually go. I'm just going to stay off to the side.
So our next leg is 45 nautical miles.
It's a baby hop compared to
Yep.
what we just did.
Yep. This plane is crazy. I actually have to trim it down. It takes off on its own. I have to push it down and then trim it down a little bit after takeoff, or it just goes for the sky.
Well, are you setting it to takeoff trim?
Yeah. I want to fly over by this Rosie's place and just see what that's all about before we. It's only a few miles. I think we're closer to Robots for Hands because I can actually see it moving now. Yeah, there's a little village over here. Oh, I still have the flaps. No wonder it was taking off so well. So the verdict is I like the 182. I just have to figure out its little idiosyncrasies with the autopilot, and I'll be able to use it a lot more.
I'm glad to hear you feel positive about your purchase.
She does like the climb. It's a pretty plane too. Creative, are you in the area?
Yeah, man, I'm behind you guys. I'm all good.
And do a low pass over the town.
Someone say bombing run?
Yep.
Does
I
this
have
mean
to
we're
cut
getting
my
bombed?
engines or I'm going to go over speed.
Well, that's how gravity works.
Geez, I guess if there's horrible weather out here, you've got nowhere to run.
Nope.
Nope. You don't even have basements.
Gee whiz.
Just evacuate, I guess.
We don't have basements here either.
Of course, you wouldn't want a basement because you're going to get flooded anyways.
Right. It's so pretty though, huh? These islands. I made a good choice on this one. All right, let's climb back out and get on course. I'm gonna go out to up to 2500. It's a neat little island. This is the whole reason I love Flight Simulator and do it so much is to be able to explore and see places like that.
And to open your door, baby.
And to open my door at 2,000 feet altitude. That's right. Never gonna fucking do that again. Oh look, I can do that too. Click. Aircraft overstressed. You're dead. I can just see the NTSB report on that one. Pilot victim of stupidity. Self-stupidity.
You're heading west. Don't you want to head south?
I'm getting there.
Well, you're kind of like almost 90 degrees to your... Well, because I'm watching your little nav maps.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
See, you got someone looking out for you, man.
I'm dubious.
There we go. I wanted to pick up the line so I could be lazy.
Okay, but where are you going though? Because you're almost picking up the purple line in your plane,
I am.
but on your little nav maps, you're way past your purple line.
I don't know why Little Nav Maps is doing that, but I'm picking up the purple line, so I
Or what's your next destination?
thought it was Mike Yankee Golf Foxtrot, but maybe I did it wrong. I did it wrong.
What do you
Direct
got in there?
to. It's going to be the right one in a moment. I had MYGW, which is closed.
Yeah. That's what it looked like you were headed for.
We would have got like halfway there, and I would have been like, guys, where are you guys going?
Right?
To the place we're supposed to be? Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Wouldn't be the first time. We did that on my flight last week. 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago.
MYGF. Did I do it that time too?
No. I had slightly... I had
Oh,
messed
that's
with
right.
my
You had
flight
changed
plan.
the course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You changed the plan.
I had updated my plan during the week, but I hadn't updated the published flight plan.
Right. You had secret plans that we didn't know about. I think this plane's going to be good for tomorrow, though, coming in and out of those mountains. I can take her off and land her nice and short, and she's good at steep climbs, so...
Yeah. I'm going to stick with this, baby.
I know you will. But I wanted something that was a little bit more comfortable in that environment, but still filled my comfort zone to the plane I'm used to.
Right. Well, it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's
Right.
It's a tamed Cessna, but it's got a much more powerful engine, more capabilities.
Yep. I wouldn't call it tame. I'd call it a Cessna with spirit.
It's got spirit.
The Mooney is just a Piper Cherokee on more than one drug combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, on several
Turbocharged.
barbiturates.
Several.
Huffing paint.
Just like the, I mean, the Baron is a fast little plane, or not Bonanza. But like I say, the problem with it is those stupid tanks. I hate them. Which, if the Mooney's that way too, that kind of makes me back off on maybe I won't add that to my fleet. Because I already have one plane that annoys me that way. When I fly.
I'd love to just kind of get a plane that actually is somewhat realistic to my
To what you
my
fly?
high school. Yeah,
That makes sense.
that's probably why I'm gonna buy that Arrow, the Piper.
That
Have you
makes
looked at it yet?
sense.
I haven't fully looked at it yet, but I've just seen it, and it's the closest thing I'm gonna get right now.
Do I need to pick up speed to catch up to you guys at this point? Probably, huh?
You guys are in the relatively same area, and I'm just off to the side.
Yeah. I'm only doing 105.
I'm doing like 114. So I guess we'll be okay. I can
The
slow up a
Piper
little.
from Coronado is a PA-44.
Isn't that a twin?
Yeah, the PA-44 Seminole is the twin.
Yeah.
You don't fly a twin, do you?
No.
No.
That's out of my pay grade.
Right. Not exactly a trainer either.
For beginning. Although once you try to get your twin engine, that's what you use. To spin my autopilot towards you guys.
So this is a bigger airport we're coming into. I don't know how you guys want to do that as far as approach and radios and all that stuff.
What is it that you fly, Blue?
The pipe. Give me 1 second.
Piper.
I'll give you the
Cherokee?
1 second.
I used to, let's see, back when I started Flight Simulator, I think the plane that it was primarily in it was the Cherokee Archer 2. And then there was a Piper 181, I believe. I know there was something that was a 181.
It's the PA 28 140. Yeah, PA 28 140.
This autopilot thing's really bugging me. I can't do vertical speed. It's an irritant to me. Alright, so we need to look at MYGF and see what the situation there is.
It basically looks like the generics that are in the generic planes.
Yeah. The Warrior that they're putting in right now, just the only real difference is a different wingspan and different wing design.
So it does have a control tower.
And AWAS.
I haven't checked that yet.
It says 110 at 10 knots. Oh, see, this is where you get the 09 and 24. That's this airport, not the last one.
Oh,
You just had your airports confused.
could be, yeah.
I mean, you did.
Yeah. Wind right now, according to the last report, which was
Pretty cross.
a while ago, is 110 at 12. So if you land 090, 110 isn't too bad. 110 at 12.
It's actually, sorry, I was looking at it upside down. It's 06. 06 and 24.
Oh, well, that's going to suck at 110 degree wind.
Yeah, that's 50 degrees off.
Yep. Yep.
Direct crosswind.
Basically. Close to it.
This will be
That's
fun.
favoring 06.
Good visibility at least. Stupid hearing aid got hung up. Something doesn't feel right. I also have cat hairs on my face. I did.
Dude, today.
I kept seeing a hair in front of my eyes. That was.
Oh my god.
Listen, there's currently 5 cats in this house. I'm bound to have cat hairs.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There's usually more than that. So we only have one foster. So. Alright, we're all coming together nicely. Oh, I'm speeding. I didn't realize I was doing 125. I'll pull back a little bit.
I dipped to 100 to get back to you guys.
That's why this thing has so much power. It's a turbocharged model. I was looking at the specs earlier. Is this one I found I liked? No, it's this one. cruise 80% power at 7,000 feet is 145 knots, 813 nautical mile range.
Here, Blues, I found your Piper PA-28 simulator. It's in VC text chat.
Oh, 1 second, let me set up a cruise.
$230 horsepower. I was wrong.
You just have to go to Europe to get it.
They're really fancy over there. They have 2 glass panels.
Creative. You remember when we were sitting and I was commenting about how the idle made it feel like a Subaru or a Porsche flat 4 engine?
Yep.
That's what it is, except it's a 6.
That's cool, man.
6-cylinder horizontally opposed.
They'll even give you an SD card with your recorded flight on there.
I think it would be funny to be an airline pilot and show up to a flight place and try to ask them for like a discovery flight.
Oh God. Although, I mean, flying an airliner, of course, you'd have to have GA experience.
Oh yeah, and you always will if you're an airline pilot. You've done your part.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing what the traffic is on this one. Am I blind? There's no traffic indicator on Sky Vector. So default would be left, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get the chart for this one. Right. GF.
We've got to do some research on
So this
How to
runway is
work
only
control.
10,000. This runway is only 10,000 feet. So just so you got to keep that in mind when you're landing. You got to be cautious that you don't overshoot.
Skirt. What were you gonna say, Blues?
I've got to work on VATSIM and controlled airspaces, stuff like that. I don't know if you guys do any of that stuff, but
I do. Occasionally. I haven't done it in a while. My experience, though, is that, there's very little GA activity in VATSIM. So it
yeah,
ends up just being like trying to shoehorn yourself in with all of the airliner traffic.
sounds like real life.
True.
There's an assassin nearby. You
Yep.
see that?
Well, not very close. They're 32,000 feet.
Yeah.
I also see a Ho spaghetti.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
That's a good one.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
They were flying at negative 50 feet there for a sec.
Whoa, now they're taking off.
I don't know why people on the ground at sea level are like at negative 80 feet or something on my screen. I'm not sure why that is.
Couldn't tell you.
Maybe they dip. Maybe there's places that dip below a sea level,
No,
Hot?
because they're physically still above sea level. It's just for whatever reason the game thinks that's below sea level.
Oh yes, okay. But I'm thinking it's probably the way that it interprets the topography. Like if they go down, it's interpreting it as such. Maybe.
Well, ideally, if you land your plane at the beach, it should say 0. But there's something in there, something in the game that doesn't really get it to 0. It could be that you know, the Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's a I forget what the shape is. Oblate spheroid.
What?
So maybe
It's
the model
Maybe the
of
modeling's a little off, yeah, especially if they're at a
Yeah.
distance. Yeah.
well, with the
Well,
Earth
and-
being flat, it also throws things into a whack here.
Yeah.
yeah, they got to get the flatness correct.
Right.
But there's also the other thing I was going to say. There are also gravitational anomalies, but I don't know if it's as much as 88 feet. I don't think it is.
I just turned 210, so I'm going a little bit off track just to swing a tiny bit out for this.
I'm kind of I hit land. I'm hitting land, kind of northeast of the place, and I'm going to follow the coastline.
Okay. Northeast. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So you're hitting it up by Crab Cay?
I don't see names here.
That little island to the north of the airport, are you going to be to the left or right of that if we look at a little nav map?
Oh, I'm way far out, but yeah, I'm going to enter left traffic for runway 06.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it set up so I can enter at downwind at a 45 for runway 6.
Yeah, same. Well, I'm probably gonna go straight into the downwind.
Well, here's the thing. I want to test and see if I can do an ILS with this plane, so I'm going to set myself up for ILS. Actually, I'm already off course for that, so never mind.
Funny words, funny words.
Yeah.
Those were your last words.
Technobabble acronyms.
Yeah,
Jargon.
I like your words, funny magic man.
Caramel Oraro?
Is that your stripper name?
No, that's a name on my screen over here. One of the tags that's up.
It's a good name.
I don't know what an Oraro is, but I like caramel, so.
You gotta give him that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right a little bit more. I'll practice my approaches with this plane another time.
The textures and stuff out of here aren't so good.
No.
Not over where I'm at. And there's no real defined coastline. It's just kind of the water and the land kind of blurred together.
I wonder, I wish now I'd flown over there. I wonder if it'd be better because I have that scenery pack for the Bahamas. Although it looked like that was mainly airports. I thought it was just airports, but it might be the surrounding area too. This airport's kind of way out from the town too. You know, as much as this plane likes to race, it bleeds off speed really good, which is nice. In fact, I'd almost say it bleeds it off better than the 172 does, which is weird because it's very similar airframe.
Grand Bahamas traffic, red X Cup is at 1,000 feet, about 6 miles to the northeast. Looking to hit the 09. Full stop. Grand Bahamas traffic.
Grand Bahama traffic. Mooney 4012 Foxtrot coming in left downwind for runway 06 Grand Bahamas.
Grand Bahamas traffic, Mooney has got you in sight.
Grand Bahamas traffic, red Cessna, November 41330, inbound to land, runway 6, about 5 miles out. Grand Bahamas. Eventually, it might grow to replace my 172.
That's what I'm betting.
For now, I'll just cycle it in like every third flight or something like that. Because what I usually do is I cycle between the Bonanza and the 172, and the 172 without glass I've been adding, so I've been trying to get used to that. And now I'm going to just add this into my cycle.
Grand Bahamas traffic, red X Cup is entering left downwind for runway 06, full stop. Grand Bahamas traffic.
Grand Bahama traffic, 12 Foxtrot. I'm going to extend my downwind for other traffic, Grand Bahama.
Grand Bahama traffic, red Cessna 41330, following. Actually, I'm following Creative Sliman.
You're number 2. Creative's
I'm right
number
behind
1.
Creative.
I'm number 1, yep.
I would put myself.
You're number 1. You're number 1.
Woohoo.
Remember what I was saying about bleeding off speed? I'm having a little trouble doing that, but with a 10,000 foot runway, I'm not too worried about it.
You could land like 3 times over, probably.
I could land like 5 times over.
Yeah.
Even with
2,000
my
feet.
landing skills, I could land like 4 times. I'm sure tomorrow I'll biff it on one of your short runways, so you'll take us on. I will not
No.
open the doors while flying, though.
I don't know how many runways we have to land on. 1, 2. We might only have 1 or 2 stops in the whole way.
Okay.
Because I think we have like an hour-long leg through the mountains.
That'll be fun. Do you have any surprises, like, you know, things you didn't tell us about, so I can program it and be wrong again?
Just wait and see. Wait and see. And keep you guys on your toes.
Speaking of toes, let's call it. Oh, that was a little hard. 228.
No applause.
Oh, I got applause still. That was firm.
Flying
wasn't
over
it?
these like development tracks that have not been developed or built on,
Yeah,
except for maybe a few houses.
yeah. We gotta take you and fly you over some of West Texas sometime. You want to see some weird stuff.
Yeah, Grand Bahamas traffic entering left base for runway 0
Creative, are you
6,
taxiing at like
number
50
2
knots?
to land.
Yeah, no comment.
I'm like, I'm doing 40 knots and you were moving away from me, taxiing. You're just trying to get turned around so you can see everybody, I think.
No, I
Bahamas
just
traffic,
sort of
red
lost
X Cup
control.
entering the short final. 06, number 2 behind the Mooney.
Cessna November 41330 is clear of the runway.
Well, so here in California, we have California City. You ever heard of it?
Sounds familiar.
There's an entire suburban sprawl laid out with dirt roads that just completely bombed, failed, and they never built houses on. So now it's BLM land, and it's like an off-roader's paradise.
Oh, that's cool.
You go out there camping, do bonfires, race around in off-road vehicles. Way back in the day, me and a bunch of other Subaru enthusiasts went out there and met, and just kind of bombed around in
Oh,
our
that'd be
Subies,
fun with a
drifting
WRX.
sideways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a WRX. It's a 2002.
I had an
Bug-eye
05
wagon.
STI.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah. Mine had issues. I bought it. It was used, but it was relatively new when I bought it.
Mhm.
And I learned after the fact that it had been totaled and put back together without a salvage title. So.
Oh, that's screwy.
So it never drove quite right. It never could get it aligned properly and stuff. And that's how I found out, because I eventually was like trying to
Right.
figure out what was wrong with it.
So the body, the frame was all bent
And
up.
I went back to the dealership, and Rhode Island has zero consumer protection. That's where I had bought it. And the dealership was just like, screw you. So there was a legal battle, and in the end, I decided not to pursue it. It was going to cost more than it was worth. And
Right.
long story short, a year later, the car was stolen. So it didn't end up being my problem after that. The car was stolen, used in an armed robbery, and a high-speed chase. And then the thieves blew it up, basically. They dumped it in a field and burnt it to a crisp.
Jeez.
And I was away. I was out of town on vacation. And I came home and couldn't find my car and called the police. And I was suspect number one for this armed robbery. So I had to deal with that.
I don't blame them for thinking it was you, man.
No, I'm a very suspicious character, so.
Ooh, you got that? What is it? The Alpine or the Tundra?
Yeah, you see the wheels.
The bigger wheels. How do you have? But that has the 215 horsepower upgrade.
Yeah, it just shows me that like 120 knots is like starts going up to the red line.
It might have to be updated. Maybe the Garmin. Get the G3X. Mod.
Yes, I'm running that.
Oh, are you?
I can't
Okay.
get a screenshot with all four of us. I can get me in blues, or I can get me in the other two.
Well, I'm on the end. I can get a shot.
Okay.
I don't have my. Wish I had my controller plugged in, or I'd get the drone camera out.
Blues is running circles now, so.
Well, we can reposition.
Perfect. Of course, mine shows blues as a generic anyway, so it's not a.
All three of you are generics for me, so
And now you're phasing, so I'm gonna move ahead. So. Yeah, now you're solid.
What kind of formation is this?
It's the way we fly, chaotic. All right.
That was great, guys.
Good flight. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's late for you.
Yeah, man, it's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed.
Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
That was
Thanks.
cool.
Good night, and see you guys later. Hopefully
Thanks.
tomorrow.
Ending stream now.